What is up, Friday Nighters? Welcome to another episode of Just Another Friday Night. I am one of your two hosts, CM Chuck. The man across from me, Double A, Adamantium Adam.
What's up, everyone? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, guys. It's Friday. It's been a long week. We're going to cut to the chase, right, Double A, and we're going to get right to some cool beers.
Yeah.
I picked up this one for me and Double A to try. We haven't done this in a while, right, Double A?
Yeah,
trying something new. Orale. So Shiner's getting in on the Hispanic culture there. It's a twist-off, Mexican-style lager. Cheers. Here's to you, Friday Nighters.
Authentically Mex-Tex. Oh, yeah, okay.
Damn, that's good.
Cool.
Hey, you know what? We need to work on some sponsorship shit, man. We be giving these guys free plugs all the time, man.
Well, they are Texas, so.
Friday Night Faithful, how the hell are you? Are you doing
What's
good?
up, Steve?
Are you
What's
staying?
up, Rizzo?
Yeah. What's up, Steve? Cheers, man. You missed it. You probably caught the cheers, Rizzo. What is up, brother? Are you staying
What's up,
cool,
Jason?
guys?
What's up, Jason?
It's fucking hot, right?
Yeah,
Double A?
it is.
What's up,
Ooh.
Jason? Appreciate you being here, man. We got to hit you up with the news on what's going on this weekend.
I don't know if you can see, but this is the sun,
Ah,
and this is where I'm being protected.
I think
so.
I got it. I think you can see it here. Some good old farmer
Yeah,
stand.
that's it, yeah.
Everyone's like, man, what is this, a bodybuilding show? Yeah, man, it's like brutal. You know, I'm always a passenger because I don't drive, so I've always got this arm
you got
hanging
this
out
arm,
instead. You guys are all dark on this other arm. So. Sometimes you drive, sometimes you passenger, right, Double A, because you deliver stuff.
Yeah.
But guys, it's been a long week. There's been a lot of pop culture stuff going on, from trailers to movies to music, kind of, if you talk Kate Bush and Stranger Things, right?
Yeah.
Our good friends at the Christmas podcast, Totally Rad Christmas with Jerry D, and 'Tis the Podcast with the elves, Anthony, Julia, and Tom. They're trying to stay cool by keeping in a Christmas mindset. I hope it's working for them, because I don't know if it's working for us, right? Double
You know
A?
what, like I said, I go up to Austin a lot, Georgetown, Leander, and all those, and it's hot up there, but it's not as humid as it is down here in San Antonio. It's
Weird, right? Just an hour away.
an hour and a half away, and it's a big difference is going up north. I mean, it's like, seriously, I don't sweat as much when I'm up there as I do down here. It's weird.
I hear you. Steve, is that you that said it's been a little different, but I'm back? Different how? If you don't mind. I mean, I know it's maybe not the forum to say so, but if you feel free, how about I learn how to talk? If you feel free to share, thank you. Maybe Double A should fucking do the talking. I should shut the fuck up.
No.
Yeah, learning how to talk.
It's been a long week.
Usually my first, yeah, I know. This is not my first booze of the night either, so there's also that.
This is my second one. So.
There you go. Right, Double A likes to have one to warm up before we get going. Then he gets going too. So, yeah, man. Double A, let's talk a little bit about the world of pop culture news, man. Adrenalize me. It's been a bunch of good, cool stuff.
Yeah, it was a lot. The first one I can think of right off the bat was Black Adam.
Oh,
the trailer looks great. I can't wait to see Pierce in the Dr. Fate costume.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a little skeptical.
About The Rock?
Yeah, because like, he looks great, but it's just, I love the character so much. And
yes.
They did change the origin story. Because I think they changed it in the comics to him being a slave.
Oh, really?
In the original one, it was just he was a prince of Egypt that got granted powers. Where here he's a slave.
Was it also by the wizard Shazam?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But he was imbued with the Egyptian gods, whereas
nice.
Captain Marvel is the Greek gods.
Okay.
So he has like the equivalent of whatever the Greek strength is, the Greek speed. Yeah, so
interesting.
Yeah.
So you think they switched from that, or they're going more with that?
They're going with the New 52 origin story, but it's just, like, the dude's a badass. He's like a serious badass that doesn't really take shit. He pretty much does whatever he wants. I'm just hoping that The Rock doesn't play it too hokey.
Well, they got that great line in the movie where it says, the world needed a hero. They got Black Adam, and then he says, they're like, heroes don't kill. He's like, I do.
Yeah,
I just like that. I was like, I think people were like, right away when Jess heard that, like my girlfriend, she was like, looks badass. I was like, yeah, right on.
Okay.
Steve says,
Yeah, see, I have so much family stuff going on.
We hear you, brother. Hey, Steve, always feel free to reach out to me, man. A private message. Happy to talk. Happy to get together and have a brew with you, and just shoot the shit, man. I have heard there's a lot of shakeup at your workplace. I do get some insider info still. I'd love to shoot the shit with you about it, man. And anything else, we're here for you, brother. The Friday Night Faithful, and just another Friday night, always. Facebook user says, love the live stream.
Yeah.
Guys, you are allowed to grant StreamYard permission to show us your name. I don't have the link. Damn, I always forget that. You know what I mean? But go to Facebook. I think you go to Facebook. Let me get the link for you guys, and you can post it up there, and you can give StreamYard permission for me to see your name when you're commenting here, because right now I can't. It just says Facebook
user. So
yeah,
we don't know, and we like to acknowledge.
We love to acknowledge. So
whoever it is
that Manny that said love the live stream? Someone says, "What's up, Nightwing Junior?" Question mark. I mean, yeah. Oh, it's hey Chewy. What's up, Chewy? We appreciate you being here, brother. Long time no talk to, man. Yeah, Nightwing Junior. I'll take that. You know what I mean? Unless you're talking about Double A, But we love Nightwing here at Just Another Friday Night.
Nightwing.
He is. Yeah, that's it. Some of the other, maybe Batgirl. We give Batgirl a little bit, very little.
Sure.
We like Alfred.
Alfred's badass.
And Ra's al Ghul.
So pretty much everyone except for Batman.
Yeah. He can get fucked, is what we say about that. There you go. Hey, Manny in the house. What is up, Manny? We appreciate you being here, brother. I thought that might have been you with the Nightwing Jr. comment. Guys, yeah, put it at the end of your comment. But yeah, you can grant StreamYard, again, permission to give us your name, to see your name here. I'm going to actually try to look it up right here.
Is it something that I asked for? Like when they join in? Is it something that pops up?
It's something that, I don't know if it pops up when they ask in, but look, I'm going to just copy it right off my good buddy Zach here from Collecting Weekly. He always posts this
up. Please grant StreamYard permission.
Yeah, please grant StreamYard permission to use your name. Yeah. What are you laughing at, Rizzo? Are you laughing at my plug for for the Collecting Weekly? There. Look, I just dropped it in the comments there. I'm going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard permission. Click on that and do it there. Look, I'm going to toss it up here for you guys right there. Toss the salad, yo.
The Batman comment.
Well, we're never shy about that. Chewy, man, we love you guys being here. Appreciate that.
Yeah, but man, that Black Adam trailer looked great. It looks like Dr. Fate's gonna try and be an ally. It looks like. I'm not too sure. But I mean, the movie looks great.
Hey, Hawkman, man, right?
Hawkman too.
Cool. He looks badass.
Finally, we get some more Justice League members.
They didn't shy away either, right? They didn't say like in the trailer we're not going to show you it. They just showed it.
It's like a lot of people don't care probably for Hawkman, but we were watching the Super Friends. Mm-hmm. Hawkman was a big part of Super Friends. So whenever I see like the Justice League, it's like my mind goes to Super Friends. Yeah. You need those characters. So it's gonna be kind of cool to see him.
So this is a quick segue because you brought up that trailer first, AA, Black Adam or whatever. We will do one other show before Father's Day, but
oh yeah, Father's Day.
I found this, and I wanted to give you an early Father's Day gift here for me, for you to enjoy with all of us here in the Friday Night Faithful. Because I saw it and I said, man, I know you don't really collect figures anymore, but you gotta have this one, man.
And what's cool is that it's from McFarlane.
Exactly, what we talked about last week. I said maybe I can give you the bug a little bit, but as you have told me before, I wanted it for myself. So I was like, man, I don't know. I know a lot of great dork daddies, but AA, you're by far the greatest dork daddy that I know, my brother. So put that in the screen there for the old Friday Night Faithful to see. It looks badass,
I think,
man.
too, McFarlane had just kind of revealed this on his Instagram.
Is that right?
I think so.
Well, we know there's going to be a rock version. This is obviously the version I know you adore more.
The comics. Yeah.
I look forward to you opening and playing with, man. The great thing about these McFarlane toys, AA, is what do we always say, right? It looks like a statue, but you can pose it, move it. Yeah. So it's like a statue you could play with.
Yeah.
Foxy Roxy in the house.
Hey, Roxy.
Says, hey, Rox, I can see your name. You must have granted StreamYard permission for us to see your name. Again, I'll throw up that comment. Rizzo says that's pretty cool. Jerry D in the house. Yo, just wanted to drop in and say a quick
Just to say, he wanted to drop in real quick to say, have a good show. Thanks, Jerry. Appreciate it.
Reading clearly not my strong suit, and speaking just as little. Jerry, I'm so happy to see you here, brother. Looking forward to talking and chatting with you soon. I was really excited for me, you, and Double A to talk a little bit of potential comic books idea. Do you have that one in your stack to show? The one you picked up, the Christmas issue you showed me and Jerry D?
It's there. I wasn't going to show it, but it's there, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Great Christmas issues.
It was just something, because... I always try to look. Usually Jerry always covers everything, so it's like, I found this one. It's like a Christmas issue, but already Jerry was already on top of it. He said, I was already on his list. So
on his list,
I was like, okay, cool. Yeah,
there it is. Jerry D in the house. Foxy Roxy is here. Let's see, and Rizzo loves the Batman comment.
And then Rizzo said that's pretty cool. The toy.
Oh yes, thank you, Rizzo. Who are you, Facebook user? Identify yourself. Who says what is up, Friday Nighters? What is up to yourself? And you, Facebook user that said that, do this. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and grant them permission to show us your name. We'd love to see your face, your profile picture, and call you by name.
And then that would be cool. I think she likes the title, Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday, yes. We don't need to bury the lead, right, Double A? I mean, guys, we don't have a specific topic tonight.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get together, really, and hang out with you guys.
It's just so much stuff has come out, and we're just kind of like, we can talk about that, just about,
Right. We're kind of in between. Like, a lot of stuff started but hasn't finished yet, so we're not talking about it yet, but we are going to definitely talk about it. As I said in the write-up, we are going to cover Obi-Wan. Not tonight in detail. We'll talk lightly about it. We're going to cover The Boys Season 3. Not tonight in detail, but we're going to talk lightly about it. So we'll hear a little bit of your thoughts, and we'll talk about what we've seen thus far, but obviously those things are not finished yet, and those are two things that are no doubt we were going to cover in a full episode, probably 3 hours each, I have no doubt. So we look forward to having you there. The Reverend in the house. Are y'all going to jam skate? I don't know, Double A. How are you on skates?
I've never tried it, but I'm willing to try it.
I have been on a pair of skates before, and I have zero coordination or balance, so that would just be complete me eating shit.
But if you're talking about a skating rink,
yeah,
playing 80s music, sure.
Yeah, I'll do my best L impersonation from season 4. When I get mad, when I laugh, when you laugh at me when I fall. Totally me. I want to talk about Stevie B, Lisa, and the Cult Jam.
Roxanne, talk all you want. My wife is going to be going to that freestyle concert in August. Oh, nice. Her cousin already bought her tickets. Her and her sister and her cousin are all going. Will be the second year I think they are going. They had one last year that Frank went to, our cousin Frank.
Is that right?
And he took Boy and Korean, my brother Art and his wife Korean.
I cannot believe that Boy has been to a freestyle concert.
It was for his birthday, so Boy was kind of like, all right. He knows them. He knows the music.
Hey, a concert with Frank is pretty cool. I've never been.
Yeah, I'm sure Frank was dancing his ass off. So.
I don't know too much about Lisa and the Cult Jam, but we can talk a little Blue Oyster Cult.
But you know what? Roxanne knows about all of them, so maybe she can tell us about that. What songs to listen to? Roxanne, drop some songs. People, the Friday Night Faithful are here tonight. Drop some songs, anything.
Man, what about Black Adam's eyes, man? This guy needs to get some sleep. He got like CM Punk eyes right there, right? Yeah. Super spooky. I got something else to open up that came courtesy, right?
Of our man Rizzo.
Our man Rizzo. If you're still here in the house, Riz, I got this right here. Man, I love how, number one, love the packaging, right? You can't argue with that. Guys, if you're not a member...
real quick.
Go.
Rizzo does a really great job with this packaging. Trust me, if you ever buy comics, you won't have to worry about it. I mean, he sealed the fuck out of these where it wasn't going to bend at all.
I'm having a hard time.
And I was trying to bend CM's packages, and it wasn't bending. So
thanks, yeah. You see here, I'm trying to crack into this like an otter cracks into a clam. All right.
Right off the bat, Roxanne says, "Take me home" from Lisa. And Facebook user says, "What up, boys?" I don't know. That might be Joe, our brother Joe here.
Who are you that said, "What up, boys"? I also want to remind you that said that you can. We're going live with StreamYard, and if you want to leave a comment, please grant StreamYard permission to do so at StreamYard.com/Facebook. Then we can see your name and your profile picture here.
And we can acknowledge you.
Gotta plug that a lot, as apparently I am not doing a great job of that before I do so. So Rizzo sent me some books. Look at this stuff, guys.
Yeah. So while you're opening that, I'll show mine.
Guys, go join the Facebook group, Invincible Comics and More. They have so many great
I got it,
auctions and sales.
Right here.
And it's a blast. Rizzo might grill you before letting you in and make you take a quiz or something like that.
And the Reverend Vanessa shot us a link on YouTube, probably for one of those.
Hey, great
freestyles.
stuff right there. We'll definitely check that out.
Okay, so I got Ghost Rider 2. This is a variant edition cover. It just looked badass. I'm a huge Ghost Rider fan.
Oh, love that right
It's
there.
Johnny Blaze, the original.
Put it up one more time, Double A. So we get a little bit more visibility on that. Kind of tilt it to the there. Oh, that's a great cover.
Yeah, so Johnny Blaze is back. Wolverine and Cap going up against Nazi Germany, as you can see. Peacemaker, written by one of our favorite writers, Garth Ennis.
I have this at home also. I've yet to read it. We should read that together and then
Yeah.
talk about that.
Then I got this as a freebie, just for purchasing.
Hey, nice.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange right there.
Super hot right now.
Joe is in the house. What's up, Joe? I definitely am not. Am not what? Speak your mind, Joe. We want to hear it.
Roxanne liked the link that Reverend Vanessa put. And badass probably to the
Ghost Rider cover.
And then it says Tanks Chuck.
You're very welcome, whoever you are.
And then
Facebook
this one,
user.
I got this Moon Knight. It's black, white, and blood. But honestly, I got it because Bill Sienkiewicz did the art. And Bill Sienkiewicz is famous for Moon Knight.
Okay. Okay.
That red cover that you like so much, that was Bill Sienkiewicz.
Yeah.
So he came back to do this Moon Knight cover. So
And you know what, Double A? I thought it was Psychwise.
that's the way Liefeld pronounces it. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna go with him because
Let's go.
he probably
He
has.
probably met
him.
the guy
Yeah,
numerous
he probably
times.
knows him.
Very
so.
wise, very wise. Double A is an avid listener of you know what? Oddly enough, we're speaking about Mr. Rob Liefeld, and we got some of his great art right here. Look at this.
Yeah, and I think Rizzo posted, left it just for me and CM Chuck. Posted Rob Liefeld comics. So if he did do that for us, Rizzo,
Thank you, Rizzo. We
thank you very
appreciate
much
that, man.
because I do love his Captain.
This is an
America.
iconic cover of
It
Cap,
is a
right?
very
There it
iconic
goes,
cover.
yeah.
Oh, and real quick before CM shows it off, I did buy this at Alien World for $20. Real cool. It's the original art from like the 50s, the Vault of Horror stuff. Just really cool classic horror stories. There's the Vault Keeper, the Crypt Keeper, and the Old Witch.
You can't.
Besides.
I never get tired of seeing these.
Yeah, and
Double
it's
A.
just great.
Show the back cover too, which is also great.
There's the old art right there, and it has these issues in here.
These are from
Those
Dark
6
Horse.
issues.
Dark Horse has the rights to this now. These are the old EC comics,
Yes,
right?
but it's the EC archives.
Yeah.
So I mean, these are really cool. I love this a lot. These old horrors. So yeah.
So some more great stuff I got. Oh, let's get to them comics there.
Okay.
Double A.
Real quick. Joe in the house. Damn it, I got some new stickers too. Lucky got some stickers made of Rizzo's. Now watch this design.
I want one of those bad boys. Sign me up.
I got to get to y'all. Cheers, my bros. Cheers,
Cheers,
Joe.
sir.
And then
Orale. We're drinking the Orale
your
right now.
boy and your beautiful daughter fucking tearing it up. I saw that she might be trying to cheerlead now. So to you and your family, Joe.
Joe's gonna have the whole squad out there. He's gonna have 2 guys on the field and the one in the cheering section.
And Rizzo, like the way I pronounce Bill Sienkiewicz.
There you go. See,
Thanks,
I know Rizzo would know too as fellow artists.
And yeah, I put this up for y'all. I knew you did, Rizzo. I knew you did. And Roxanne said that boat is so cool. Roxanne, tell John to fucking go to Alien Worlds and pick it up for you. It's only $20.
I know I gotta
So,
probably pick one for my gal too.
It's $20 for all that stories. That's pretty damn. That's really cheap. Trust me, that's really cheap. So, and Joe says, "Go Hornets."
Love
Yes,
that comment. Go Hornets. And there you go. To the EC proud right there. And all the graduates, including
Yeah,
the son.
congratulations to all of you. Whoever has kids that graduate.
And my buddy
congrats.
Juan's daughter who
Yeah,
graduated
congrats
also.
to all of you guys.
So here's a freebie I got also from Rizzo. Don't forget to guys check out Invincible Comics and more. That was a freebie.
Again, here it is, how it's spelled: Invincible Comics and more.
And what about this one, Double A? I don't know. He's a little relevant right now. What do you think? I couldn't resist this.
Man, that's a great cover.
The cover, I bought this for the cover.
You got to tell me who the
Oh
artist
yeah,
is, because
I'll
man, that's a
definitely
badass
let you know,
job.
brother. Love that. And you know
Okay,
this.
and man, she's got it like super hot lately.
But I mean, you know who drew it right away, right?
No.
That's Jay Scott right there.
J. Scott
Campbell, man. No one draws women more beautiful than Jay Scott Campbell. Look at Gwen right here. I gotta admit, Rizzo puts up stuff. I buy it strictly for the art. I just like that's a gorgeous cover. I want to know that.
And then Rob Liefeld said he came from the Jim Lee school.
Did he?
J. Scott Campbell.
Yeah.
So
in the
he
Image
came from
Times.
He came from Wildstorm. So.
Very nice. And this
I love
just
that.
an iconic cover.
We have that one. That's badass.
I mean, this is not the original. This is a reprint, but I mean,
But,
this
man,
is just
that's
a cover
badass.
you gotta
Yeah,
have
that's just
right
a-
there.
yeah.
I mean, like classic looking Peter, him and the Goblin.
Yep.
You know, I try to buy some of this stuff because I know that one day my nephew's gonna ask for these stories. Excuse me, and I will probably never own those originals, so I might as well have something for him to read.
And we'll get to it later, but that's why I'm stopped buying kind of comics. I'm going for the trade paperbacks because I'm the same way. I'm just never going to read those issues. But if I have the trade paperbacks, I can at least read the stories now.
So again, anybody that is even mildly interested in maybe grabbing some great covers like this and grabbing some great books at a great price,
it's really cheap. Like this is way cheaper than going to a comic store now. So,
and you don't want to always wait around for Dale Leckman's show. You know what I mean? Because it's like you want comics now, you want great covers now. Chris Rizzo and Invincible Comics and more are some of the best guys in the business. You know,
and like I said, he packages the stuff super tight.
Nothing will come bent or damaged. Everything is in pristine condition. And if there's anything wrong with the book before he sells it, Rizzo does let you know.
Yeah, he lets you know there's
pictures.
a crease or something on the spine.
And let me tell you, he put up prices, and I know this man, and I consider him a friend, and I still haggled with him, and he gave me a great deal on all of these right here. So thank you very much, Riz, and thank you very much, Invincible Comics and more, guys. Go join that Facebook group and scratch that itch for comics.
Yeah, Guarantee Comics do it. And Roxanne says, John.
Yeah, John. Are you tagging John, or are you saying he's a fellow Hornet? Because he is.
Well, no, so he can get her that vote of horror.
Oh, there you go.
Take your
right
ass
there.
to Alien World. And she said she loved that cover. I think it was the Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, gorgeous cover. J. Scott Campbell, guys. You cannot miss with him.
Superstar artist.
Double A, so let's move forward. You talked a little bit about Vault of Horror, which made me think about scary stuff, right? And who else did we get trailers for from this week? We got two kind of iconic horror properties, iconic horror families.
Horror comedy, I guess, that were dueling at the time. Which one do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about the original, or you want to talk about the Munsters?
Let's go with the Munsters. With the Munsters, right?
I love the Munsters. I've always been a huge fan of the Munsters, probably more so than the Addams Family. I just love that. I just love the Frankenstein. You know, the Frankenstein bride. I think that's what Lily. Well, Lily's a vampire, right?
I guess because Grandpa is like a Dracula.
I always just assumed she was Frankenstein's bride because of the streak that she has.
Right.
Just always assume that.
And I know I said a Dracula, not a vampire, but Grandpa pretty much is like dressed like Dracula. You know what I mean?
Sorry, Roxanne. She liked the Obi-Wan cover.
Oh, very nice. Thank you, Roxanne.
And Rizzo says, I'm working on a website, so iccomics.com is coming soon. Cool.
We're looking forward to it, Riz. Let us know when it's up.
Yeah, I just always thought it was cool. And Eddie, was a wolf man, wolf, and somehow they had Marilyn that was like a human.
Their cousin. And what about
niece?
Uncle Gilbert?
Yeah.
Uncle Gilbert, and he is the Gill man.
Yeah, so I mean, that was always what was cool to me. I'm just seeing these monsters, these universal horror monsters.
Well, stop right there, Double A. Were you a Munsters guy or an Addams Family
Monsters.
guy? Yeah, me too. I was a Munsters guy because they were like monsters. The Munsters
and it was
were
just fun. It was just a really fun show, really clever. The
Mm-hmm.
little jokes, here and there. They can never understand why their ugly niece could never get a
the super gorgeous Marilyn, right?
Yeah.
What a great name too for her, right? Marilyn, and she's this blonde bombshell.
Yeah.
Fred Gwynn, right?
Yes, Fred Gwynn.
Great, iconic as Herman Munster. An all-time great TV dad that I think we might have skipped when we talked TV dads.
We always kind of skip. We always kind of skip him and Gomez.
Yeah.
So
maybe because they kind of fall into a little bit of like that horror genre in a way,
Yeah.
But they are great dads.
But you know what? I did read a long time ago that the Munsters was the first show to actually show a couple in the same bed on TV.
Really?
It hadn't been done up until the Munsters. Everyone else had always been in separate beds.
Interesting.
Right?
Even Lucy and Desi?
Yeah, of all the fucking shows, it was the Munsters that had to break that. Yeah, that was funny.
Even Fred and Wilma?
Yeah.
No shit. What? That's a great fact right there. That's a great trivia question.
Yeah, so I was like, wow.
Love that. That. Okay.
Yeah, so, but I, along with a lot of other people, am kind of nervous. I don't know what the hell Rob Zombie's going to do with the property. From what I saw, it looks like the damn show, but I don't know how it's going to be, honestly.
Well, that was like the news, right? It's like, oh, they're going to, we know that they're going to retouch, revamp every property that comes out, right? And it's like...
But the Munsters was always one that you never thought, right, would ever be touched. I mean, the Addams Family, sure, but the Munsters, it was kind of like...
It was sacred?
Well, no, not sacred. It's just that you never thought.
Yeah, I guess
anybody will grab that property.
I guess not, right? And then when you hear Rob Zombie gets a hold of it, and you're like, shit, his run with Halloween is kind of hated.
It's fine. I think people like the first one.
Yeah,
I do like that he picked Tyler Mane.
yeah,
He did look fucking super scary
and
as
big,
Michael.
like a big Michael Myers. That was cool.
What I didn't like about the movies is that he gave him an origin story
Right.
to sympathize with.
Yes.
Where John Carpenter was like, no, he's just
The shape.
I don't know, just fucking something happened to this little boy, and he was gone. there was no more Michael.
Right.
You know, it was like there was nothing. There was no abusive parents. There was no trailer house. You know.
Yeah.
It wasn't any of that stepfather bullshit. You know, it was just he's 5-year-old and he just fucking snapped. Right. Know? And he went into like a deep comatose state until something awoke in his ass.
He just got it in his mind to become that way. You know?
Yeah.
And that's spooky. That makes sense.
So that's the only thing I really didn't like. I knew Rob Zombie would take it to the extreme, which was good. It was fine, but I don't know. It's just hard. And you know, the Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses, you know, it's fine. You know, it's an extreme horror, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if that's like a niche audience, honestly. I know there's a lot of people that kind of go that far and even further.
Sure.
You know, so.
Sure. Not everyone likes Hostel and stuff because they feel like it's like
the Eli Roth stuff. Yeah.
Right. Or even sometimes Saw.
But then even Eli Roth, like I heard a lot of people love the Hostel movies 1 and 2. So it's kind of like, you know, who knows? I don't know. His directing's fine. It's not bad. His directing, it does make you feel nervous. Like when you're seeing the scenes, it makes you feel unnerved. You know, he's a good director. The writing's not too bad. I mean, it's horror, so I mean, it can't be bad. I mean, it can't be terrible.
But what do you think about what he's going to do here at AA? Because he's taking a beloved property.
So
he's using his same cast. He uses not his horror shit. And then
Sherry,
and he's getting I think the other two have been in plenty of stuff of his too. And then he's also, I mean, he did say he's going to honor the property. Apparently, he's a huge fan, and it's already got a PG-13 rating.
Like I said, so it's just like, you know, it's just like a lot of cool stuff. The car designer is famous.
Yes.
For the design of the car.
Right.
1313 Mockingbird Lane. You know.
Yes.
You know, and just like I said, the Universal horror monsters. I mean, who couldn't really love all that kind of stuff?
How did you feel about that? It starts the trailer in black and white, like the classic show, but then it goes to color.
I liked it.
Okay,
it's fine.
it?
Yeah, I'm fine with it because that's part of the charm too. Is kind of seeing these monsters how they look. You know, because we never get to see like Boris Karloff and being green. You know. You know, we never see any of that. Yeah. So to actually see like the reactions, because when you're watching it in black and white, you're just assuming. You know, I don't know what I assumed. There's just. You know, people will go up to them and be scared, but it didn't look like anything, you know. But now that you're seeing them in green and all the horror shit, you know, it's like, okay, it'll be funny.
There's something cool about, like, when you do see it colorized, if you're our age where you saw it in black and white, because it, like, kind of like, you're like, oh, cool, like, that's how it looked or whatever, you know. When I see old pictures of, like, Boris Karloff, when he is like, that they have colorized, I'm like, damn, that looks like neat or whatever. But part of the mystique is the fact that I only ever saw it in black and white. Yeah. So it's very cool. Jason says here, have we seen Mario?
It's been a while. We've texted him. We texted him, but been a while to actually see the man.
We had an opportunity to catch up with him recently. Unfortunately, it was like we were both down with allergies.
Yeah, and I didn't want to make anyone nervous. COVID's still rampant, and it was allergies for me, for sure. It was allergies, but I just didn't want anyone seeing me.
And my gal's youngest had graduated too, so unfortunately we missed that opportunity to potentially catch up with him. He has been at a couple of shows though, right? Double A's.
Yeah, but that was it though. I think that's it.
He's been doing
done.
that, but he does say that he is done. So we don't know, if he is exactly moving on right now up to Dallas or whatever. But no, we haven't. Jason, we do enjoy every opportunity we do get to catch up.
Well, we do text. I'll text him every now and then if I have a question about a comic, or just to shoot the shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Yeah, there's no one better to talk comics with than Mario, so that's absolutely sure there. Rizzo, we appreciate you switching over to YouTube there. ICM Comics on Instagram. Chris Rizzo, I love that Wonder Woman image right there from the classic Super Friends. She looks pretty upset right there, whatever
she looks mad. Yeah,
she's talking about. I'm looking forward to it. I will check it out, probably in theaters. It's the Munsters. It's cool. I'm not the hugest fan of Rob Zombie.
My wife is. She loves Rob Zombie.
Okay.
She's seen all his movies.
Okay.
So she loves it. So we met the cats. We met some of the cats from House of a Thousand Corpses. So she just loves him. You know?
I know one of the Friday Night Faithful, Crystal Sanchez, is a huge fan of Rob Zombie, especially like his cartoon that he has called like Super Beasto or something like that. She says that that's like the best shit. So.
Yeah, like my wife loves Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Loves White Zombie. Really, she loves White Zombie.
Some good tracks.
Yeah,
Dragula,
yeah.
you know what I mean? But that leads us right into the next kind of cool property. You know, we already talked about it a little bit, but the Addams Family, you know, and then you've got the great Tim Burton attached to it, who we did an entire episode on with Untamable Amy, and it's coming to Netflix. The show Wednesday. You know what I mean? So, what have you heard about it? What do you really know about it? The little trailer didn't show too much.
The only thing I think I was like everybody. I think it was like, oh shit, Christina Ricci, you know, but no, it wasn't. It's just gonna be Wednesday again as a little girl.
Yeah, it's animated.
It should be good. It should be okay.
Well, hold on, back up. What, were you hoping for like Christina Ricci as like an older Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Or even her portraying Morticia.
Okay. Oh, that would have been fantastic.
Cool,
like in a live action.
Yeah.
Like a live action. Okay.
Yeah.
What about? Would you have been okay with her just maybe voicing this Wednesday?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, to kind of keep it in line. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, she's still always going to be remembered.
Oh yeah.
On Wednesday, no matter what she does.
Iconic.
You know?
I haven't heard too much about it. The trailer didn't show too much.
But you know what?
It showed Thing, you know, cool, crawling around as a hand with stitches on it.
But you know, I'm fine. Just give me that. Just give me a little teaser. I'll be fine with that.
Okay.
I'm excited. It's Tim Burton, you know, with the Addams Family. You know, it seems like a perfect matchup. We were talking about perfect matchups last week with Image.
Sure were, right?
You know, with Garth Ennis, you know, maybe working with Tom McFarlane. That'd be like a dream.
Oh my gosh.
Cool,
hell yeah.
You know?
And it kind of feels like, is this Tim Burton's kind of first foray into like the shows? Like everyone is barely getting into like the streamers, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna do something with Amazon Prime. I'm gonna do something with Netflix. I'm gonna do something with. I think this might be Burton's first real.
I think it is,
dude. And I know this is like that wasn't even on our list to talk about. But have you seen that trailer for that great shit that Guillermo del Toro is gonna do?
The curious.
Something of oddities.
Yeah, at first I thought it was Harry Potter because it has.
Let me get the name of it so we get it
what's
right.
His name? What's Ron Weasley? His name?
Rupert Grint.
Rupert Grint.
Yeah.
So
he's going to be in it.
Yeah, I thought it was a Potter thing because it sounds like a Potter book.
Yeah.
You know? It looks cool. He's one of those directors, CM, that I follow.
Yes, me too.
That if he's doing something, I'm watching because I like his creativity. You know, I like the stuff. He's done very memorable stuff, very memorable monster designs.
Very much so.
I like his style. I like his directing style.
I've seen him in interviews on stuff, and it's great. It's so great. Cabinet of Curiosities, Guillermo del Toro's, and it has a great list of names attached to it.
Where's it gonna stream at though?
Let me get it for you guys.
Because man,
right
if it's
here
on Apple TV, I'm gonna have to get that shit. So
yeah, no, I don't think. I think it is Netflix. I think. Let me see. This is like I hit a horrible website here that didn't give me anything.
Real quick, while you're doing that, Rizzo says, did Wonder Woman and Batsy Super Friends shirts after a spook video where they say, "What's up?" We'll bring that back, and the parody design will be available as shirts on my website. And then Jeremy in the house, he says, "What up, guys? What's up, Jeremy?"
Jeremy, what's up, Jeremy? Jeremy, where are you joining us? Oh, it looks like you're joining us via YouTube because we just see the J there.
Okay.
Jeremy, you know what? My beer ran out, but I'm gonna go ahead and open up another beer. You want one?
No, I'm good. I still have some.
Jeremy, congratulations on your graduation, sir. You did it right. You did it clean. You made us proud. So here's to you, buddy. Super happy. Great to celebrate with you. Was it last weekend? Shit,
Yeah.
I can hardly remember.
And your YouTube video just keeps going up too.
Absolutely, man.
Your
You were
YouTube
great on that
episode.
Scream episode.
It
And we
keeps
want to
going
get
up.
more Scream to come. We hope from you and from the Scream franchise. I haven't seen the new one yet. Have you seen it?
Okay, no. Well, I seen the new Scream, but did you see this new Scream news?
No, I did not see new Scream.
Nev
news.
Campbell said she will not be in this one.
Really?
She says the offer to her was ridiculous considering the attention she's brought to the Scream franchise.
Like she was insulted.
She
by
was
it.
insulted by the money that they were throwing at her. So she said she will not be a part of Scream 6.
Wow. Okay, so here's something really interesting, right? Let's just bounce back real quick, guys, to Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, right? Let's see. So it says here, I'm looking at Collider. Netflix unveiled a creepy new teaser trailer. One of the first names that
So
popped out of
Netflix.
me, Netflix.
Okay.
One of the first names that popped out of me, right? We have heard nothing about the Walking Dead movie, but guess who's going to be in this?
Who?
Andrew fucking Lincoln, fucking Rick Grimes himself.
Finally, I can't even think of something he's been in.
Wow, but he acts? Well, fuck, I thought the motherfucker's been on vacation, you know what I mean? So him, that's great, right? A bunch of other great names got attached to this. Shit, let me see here. I'm trying to grab some of those names right besides his. Rupert Grint, we just talked about. F. Murray Abraham,
Ooh,
who was
yeah.
just Khonshu.
Moon Knight and Khonshu.
Of course, Andrew Lincoln, I just said him. Ben Barnes, who we know from The Punisher.
Yeah, Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, fantastic actor. Let's see here. Peter Weller?
RoboCop?
RoboCop's
What
going to
the
be up in
fuck?
that shit?
All right.
Damn. Crispin Glover?
Crispin Glover?
I know,
McFly?
a known recluse and like a weird guy on
He
set.
pops up every now and then.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to have a great cast.
Who else is there?
It says Eric Andre.
Tim
Some of these
Blake?
people I don't
Tim
know.
Blake is good. Tim Blake played leader in The Incredible Hulk.
Oh, no shit. Okay,
Yeah.
very nice. Yeah.
And he was in the one with Clooney. The one that, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, Brother Arthur. Yeah, and
With John
he was
Turturro.
also in the other one that everyone liked, the Western one.
Yes, that's right.
Fuck, what's that Western
on
one
Netflix,
called?
right?
Yes, somebody hit
Yeah,
us
I
up
can't
with that.
remember.
And he's great in that one.
Yeah. I like Tim Blake. He's a good actor.
Yes, I got to get the name for you guys here. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it injustice.
So it's gonna be on Netflix. Cool.
Yeah,
Does
Netflix.
it have a
so
date
we'll get
when
you
it's gonna
into- Let me
start?
see if I can find the date for it.
Man, because it sounds cool. And
yeah, Tim Blake Nelson. That's his name. And it was The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, which is a great. Did you watch that?
No.
Oh, you would love that.
I'm
It's
sure.
so good, anthology style. It's wonderful, wonderful. And he's also in The Watchmen. He's
yes. Mirror.
Mirror.
I
Yeah,
can't remember.
fucking shit. I can't even think of anything right now. Wade Tillman is his name of the one character, but his Mirror. What do they call him? God damn it. Looking Glass.
Looking Glass.
Looking Glass is what his name is in Watchmen, and he's excellent in that. So excellent in that. Well, let me see. Let me get back here to my notes on. I call them my notes, like it's mine, right? Sometime in 2022
Okay. So
is
this
what
year.
Collider
So
says.
this year. Okay.
But it's a great trailer. We'll post it up on the
Okay.
on the group, the Friday Night Faithful, if you're not a member.
Speaking of Netflix, something I'm super excited about. Finally, we got a date. August 5th. The Sandman is finally
Oh
debuting
my
on
god,
Netflix.
that trailer, right? Double A.
I'm super excited. The beginning looks just like it came out of issue 1.
You're the biggest Sandman guy.
I
know.
love Sandman.
But
Man.
you lent me that first book, and I remember specifically when they showed that image in the trailer of him kind of laying
Oh,
down with
man.
the mask.
I was like,
on.
holy shit.
How
I
did
was
you feel about the voice?
I liked it.
Because I had a way I thought that Sandman sounded in my brain, and I was like, that's kind of it. Like,
I liked it.
You know,
I'm getting goosebumps right now just talking about it.
It looked pretty
just
cool.
thinking about it.
you feel good on the casting. The
I'm
guy
fine with
looks.
I'm fine with the casting.
Morpheus?
Yeah. I'm fine with it.
You know?
I remember Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I would have been happy if he had stayed on,
shit, you've been
but
great.
you know what? It's fine. The one that they're giving a lot of shit to is the chick from Game of Thrones. What's her name? The big one, the knight. The one that they knighted.
The actress.
Gwendolyn something.
Damn it! I can't. Let me get her.
They're
name
giving
too.
her. They're giving Sandman a lot of shit because they cast her as Lucifer.
In the comics, is it a male?
Well,
or?
no, like Sandman specifically. I mean, Neil Gaiman specifically says there's no male or female.
Gwendolyn Christie.
He said in his comics, it's not really male or female. I mean, it's an angel, right?
Yeah.
They're not human.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they're
what are people
archangels.
saying? They wanted something.
They wanted
else?
a male. But
Stupid.
if you look at her,
I think it's bold.
if you look
I
at
like
her
that.
and you like the way Sam Keith had drawn Lucifer, it looks great.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You're a Sandman guy. You're okay with it.
Yes, I'm fine with it. Lucifer is blonde haired, white. She looks perfect.
I love it.
And Lucifer doesn't stay on very long because eventually Lucifer does get his own spinoff. And that's kind of where you get the show.
Oh, so
Lucifer.
everybody wanted him. They wanted.
I think
him.
everybody
Oh,
wanted
come
him.
on.
But if you see Sandman, hey, Boston, yeah. If you see the Sandman comics, he doesn't look anything like the comics at all. You know, so I'm super excited. I love it. If they do that Dr. Destiny book, whoo-wee, that story, it's a fucked up story. That's going to be ugly to see on TV. Honestly, that Dr. Destiny is it was like a C-list villain in DC that Neil Gaiman like immortalized in like these 2 issues.
Okay.
Where he became like an all-time great. It's one of those where a really good writer took that obscure character and just showed what he could do with that power. Almost like how somebody finally grabbed Wanda.
I see.
And turned her into the badass that we know.
Double A, is this the story that you showed me in that fan
Yes,
clip?
yes,
It's that story?
yes.
Okay, very interesting.
If they
was
go.
cool.
If they go
that
to
was
that
very cool, I thought.
And then, you know, there's so many good ones. There's so many good, like, one-shot stories. Like, there's one that's like a serial killer convention. That's just, like, pretty unnerving.
So all of Sandman is within the DC canon?
Yes.
Like
Swamp Thing has come out. Constantine has come out. Batman has come out. You know, Superman has made an
If I
appearance.
wasn't bringing this, I would have brought you the Swamp Thing to show you the one I got. It's so cool.
Man.
It's great.
I
It's a
love Swamp
McFarlane.
Thing. Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
I fucking love Swamp Thing too.
Facebook user that said, "Let's go Boston." I think I've been feeling really weird about this finals because it's like I hate both teams in a way.
No, I'm going for Boston because of Ime.
Okay.
Ime is a product of Pop. You know, this is his first year as a coach after getting passed by so many teams.
Boston You're okay with the Celtics getting another title? Number
fine.
what? 17?
I'm fine.
18?
I'm fine as long as Lakers ain't number 1.
What'll it be though?
It'll be 18.
Right now they're tied.
They're tied 17 apiece. And
okay.
You know
I would throw my name in the hat right now.
Even though we did winning time, we are not the fucking biggest Lakers fans. And I think it's bullshit that they count the 5 for Minneapolis when they were Minneapolis Lakers.
What the fuck?
It sucks
Those
that they
belong
count
to Minneapolis.
That's what me and my brother said. It was like you don't see Oklahoma putting up the Seattle Sonics fucking banner there, you know.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go with you, Facebook user. Which, by the way, if you'd like us to see your name,
hey, if you're,
we're live with StreamYard. Go ahead and give StreamYard permission at StreamYard.com.
Yeah, so Game 4 is on tonight.
You know what? Fucking go Boston. I'm a Patriots fan right here.
Like I said,
Beantown, baby.
I don't know if you saw, but Adam Silver did a really cool kind of like video. He was doing a press conference, and he pretty much he goes, and I got to thank Greg Popovich. He goes, that's pretty much a coaching academy down there, what he's doing. He goes, most of his staff always gets picked to be coaches somewhere in the league. And if you look at it, you know, Steve Kerr has said most of his coaching, he's got it from Pop. Ime was a Pop product.
Sometimes you can see the copied style. Well, okay, let me hear you, Double A. You're saying you're rooting for Boston because of Ime, but why not root for Warriors because of Kerr?
Because Kerr has the rings.
He has the rings. So that's the Ime gets.
He's been successful as a player, as a coach. Ime, this would be his first
another
year.
Spurs guy getting it. I like it. Double A, you've convinced me. I felt on the fence about this fucking finals, but you know what? Now I'm all fucking invested. Let's go fucking Celtics right now. All right, now. Facebook user that said, let's go Boston. Identify yourself. Who are you? Give us your name. You say, what's up, brothers? How are y'all doing? Is that you, Rich? I think that might be you. You're a fellow sports guy, Rich.
It is, man.
I'm just guessing. I'm using my fucking power. Because whoever you are, that when you comment, this is what we see. Facebook user with no face. We want you to go give StreamYard.com/Facebook permission so that we can see who you are and give you the credit you deserve.
Oh, it is Rich.
Rich, there you are. Brother? Have you gone to Facebook.com/? Rich, we've missed you, our friend. Man, I was listening to some of our old episodes earlier this week. Not because I'm vain, but because sometimes I don't listen to our show right away like I should. Not like you all should. Don't do as I say, not as I do. But because I just I need to hear it back to make sure that everything was okay at the time. And I was like, damn, Rich would comment all the time back then. I know you've been busy, brother, but we're so busy. Happy to have you here, man.
And he
Welcome
says,
back.
long time no see.
Long time no see, long time no hear, long time no talk, man. So we're very happy. You know, Rich, here's to you. Hey, what can we say except this? Orale. There it is.
Fire it up.
Fire it up, man. Jeremy agrees. He says, go Boston. I hate the Warriors. Jeremy, that's why you're wise, young man. That's why you're wise.
I don't hate the Warriors. And I was actually happy with them going to the finals because I was like, it kind of proved they didn't need Durant. They don't need a fucking super team. What they got here is who they got, who they drafted. Mm-hmm. You know? And it kind of showed, like, we don't need fucking Durant. We got here again.
I guess we could say we like the post Rondo, post Garnett, post fucking fuck, I can't even think of his name right now. But the other guy, who was their big three?
Oh, you're talking about Boston, Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce?
And Paul Pierce, post it, and when Rondo was
Rondo
there.
Too, when everybody was making a
post that era. They're cool again. Like, all right.
They dropped off bad after that. After all three of them left, they had dropped bad, and then it was just another rebuilding process.
Hey, and even though we covered Winning Time, we still really did love fucking Michael Chiklis as Red Auerbach, and fucking the guy that plays fucking Larry Bird is fucking stellar,
that guy was
man.
fucking hilarious.
That dude is fucking great, man. I'm like, dude, I did think my dad caught up. He watched, he binged it in one weekend, and he was like, fucking funny. Actually, that's a great show.
That was a great show.
He loved it, man.
Yeah.
Rich says Derek White, Spurs lover. Rich, we want you to give permission to Facebook.
And then David Lopez says, "Is it showing my name now?"
David Lopez,
it is, David.
It is in fact showing your name. David, long time no see, brother. Where you been, man? I hear the band has been playing at Bonds. I was there one day when y'all played, but I didn't stay late enough. I didn't realize you guys were on the night. I left, but there's some stickers there at Bonds Rock Bar on their tip jars of Just Another Friday Night. Go give them a scan. You guys know I will always shill our shit. So, David, I hope you're doing well, brother. We're glad to have you here in the house with us. Please let us know. Feel free to post some dates, man, when you're playing in a local venue. We're happy to get over there and check you guys out. All Sides Equal band is the band name.
And Rich says, I am doing that as we speak. Yeah, I work overnights, and Friday is my night to work.
Hey,
well, keep kicking ass, Rich.
Rich, let me say, nothing inspires your fellow coworkers and the people that are coming into your place of business, if that's the type of business it is, than listening to the Just Another Friday Night podcast on, in fact, Just Another Friday Night. And if you are so inclined, Rich, I would encourage you highly to pick up one of these mugs right here. See that? That's Just Another Friday Night podcast mug, available in several different colors. You can scan it, go right to our website, hit all of our social media links, follow them, share, follow. Rich, send me a private message, Rich. Tell me where you're working at, man. It's been too long since I've promised you shit and have not brought it to you. I will go to your place of work and drop that shit off personally, brother. I'm a bad podcast host. Don't let me be that. I want to be better. I want to be better. Cheers, brothers. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers, Rich.
Let's cheers to that.
Good job kicking ass tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Rizzo says, I'm for the Warriors. I like Steph and Clay and Steve, and Jordan Poole is a new Splash brother. I'm fine with them. Steph doesn't really talk shit. Clay really doesn't talk shit. Steve's always pretty damn good, too.
But I know you hate Draymond Green.
I don't like Draymond Green.
Absolutely. That piece of shit fucks up the whole team.
Yeah, he does.
I like Steph.
His stupid technical fouls comes at the worst time. His fouling out.
This guy talks like he would have had rings on his own. No one's building a team around you, Draymond Green. Nope. You're trash, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody wants you on. You're just there.
Yeah. I want Steph to get more rings than Braun.
Okay. I mean, it's just like a rando wish to me. Sorry.
How many is that for LeBron? I think LeBron has 4.
I don't know. That guy's a loser, too.
David says, yeah, I miss y'all guys, too. Glad y'all still rocking out. Love the show. Thanks, David.
Thanks so much, David. We appreciate you, man.
Rich says, I will talk to y'all soon. Back to work.
Hey, there you go, Rich. We see you, man. Looking good as always.
Way to go, Rich. God bless and continue to bring great content. Man, thanks, Rich.
Same to you, brother, man. Yeah. Hey, don't forget, DM me that workplace. I'm going to come out there, man. I owe you some shit big time. I know that.
Thanks, Rich. Keep kicking ass, brother. Rizzo says, I want you to be better too, see. And then Jeremy now.
Come on, Jeremy. Back me up, damn it.
Jeremy says, I do like Jordan Poole mainly because he was at Michigan and was a big part of the
team.
Go
Wolverines.
Going to the Final Four. Man, Jeremy, shit, you keep up with all that bullshit.
Yeah, Jeremy's on. Jeremy's my sports guy or whatever. Your brother Boy long accused me of using Jeremy to plug my fucking picks in football pickups.
Yeah,
which was complete shit.
That's right.
No, if there's ever a pick where I pick against the Saints, Jeremy didn't help me because Jeremy will always pick the Saints no matter what, which is fine. I pick the Patriots all the time. So great shit. We are so off topic. We veered way from the Munsters to here.
This is a freestyle talk.
Absolutely freestyle.
Rich says, okay, I will. Y'all take care.
Take care too, brother. Have a great night at work, man. Yeah. Keep it rocking and whatever, and keep Just Another Friday Night playing if you can. Shit, double A. So that was a long way around the patio.
Yeah, we're Rizzo says, hell yeah, Jeremy. Who that?
and here they agree on football teams, of course. I forgot about that.
So yeah, Sandman coming out. We got Black Adam coming out. We got Wednesday coming out. We got the Munsters coming out. It's just.
Did we see another trailer?
Yeah, we did. What was it?
Now I do know.
Well, I do know it's probably not the one you're thinking, but Kevin Smith did come out, says part 2 of He-Man is done. I think he said
news.
it's done.
Wonderful
So
news, Jerry
we'll
D.
see.
Where you at, brother?
We'll see a continuation of that.
I loved that. We both loved both parts,
fine.
right? It was great. And Jerry D came on, did a great episode with him. I'd love to talk more He-Man with Jerry D. So let's do it. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
So that was the other news.
But we had one more. I feel like we had one more trailer we talked about.
We did.
It was Black Adam. You guys out there in the faithful, let us know, what was the other trailer that came out that dropped that was kind of important this week that everyone was kind of buzzing about? Obviously, the Stranger Things Part 2 of this Season 4 came out. Amazing. Everyone has been blown away by Stranger Things. Double A, I so desperately want you to catch up so we can talk Stranger Things on this show. I'm almost incensed to beg other shows to let me on their Stranger Things episodes. Where's my man Anthony Caruso tonight? I'll talk with that guy right now. They got to have some shit coming up, and I want to talk to them about it. But tonight is it not Jurassic Park night, Double A?
Today, Jurassic World.
Where are you at with that? Are you in?
I didn't like the second one of this new sequel. I liked the first one. I didn't like part 2. I thought part 2 was stupid. This one looks cool, though. This looks like an Avengers Endgame.
We're getting the cast.
Everybody's here. Everybody.
Jeff Goldblum's there, y'all.
Oh, man, what's his name? Sam or the one who plays Alan.
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill. Man, I love Sam Neill. Shit, I was happy that he's gonna be back.
I loved him since The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, he's just a badass actor.
And Laura Dern.
Yeah.
Laura Dern's back. I mean, that's like them. You know what I mean? I did hear that the little girl got out of acting. She was like one of these she's one of these child actors that like quit acting, like retired.
She came out in The Lost World. For a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess, yeah. And then, I don't know if you know, but the boy played John Deacon in Bohemian Rhapsody.
No shit. I did not know that. Okay, very nice.
My brother told me, I was like, what the fuck?
Will Jeff Goldblum lay down with an open shirt like this?
Oh, shit. And he's still in good shape. That dude.
He doesn't age.
In really good shape.
He's
I think he's a vegetarian.
My girlfriend and my sister are both like, oh, he's hot. I'm like, Jeff Goldblum's hot? I'm like,
man, the fly? Okay.
The fly?
Is
yeah,
high?
He's always the fly to me.
Shit.
So I'm like,
all
fucking gross. But I do love him, though.
I have gotten to meet him face to face.
Oh,
it wasn't a great experience, so not him.
Okay.
Not him. It's just the way the fucking Alamo Dome and Alamo City Comic Con fucking fucked me over on that one. You had to get a fucking ticket or whatever. So he told me, okay, it's on the other side of the Alamo Dome. So I went over there. They told me, no, it's over here. So I went back. Then they told me, no, it's over there. Then I went over here again. By the time I fucking came back, I was sweaty and hot. And the guy who told me to, I forgot to tell this part. When I was on making my second trip back, he goes, hey, when he tell you, let me know so I can know what to tell people. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So
that's the fucking worst.
I squeezed in. They squeezed me in before he was going to do a whole hour of like photo ops and the panel shit. They let me in there. I was fucking out of breath, and I was just like, can you please sign this, please? It was the Fly poster.
Jeez.
And he did it. He signed it and everything. But, I mean, it wasn't like the best experience.
No anecdotes, no.
No, because by then he was already in a rush. And I was fucking mad. I was tired. I was sweating.
And that was an Alamo City Comic Con?
Yeah, fucking Alamo City
Comic Con. We're not afraid to put shit on blast here on this show. So that might be why that show is now defunct here in San Antonio.
Yeah, so it was kind of like, it could have been a greater moment. And it should have been a great moment. And it wasn't.
Don't have your staff asking the people that are asking for help to let them know what they found out when they got it. That's shit. That's shit.
So I was pissed off. So I was kind of like, man, while my wife was waiting in line to meet Nev Campbell, I was doing that exercise fucking bullshit. Trying to meet him.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Joe says Earth Girls are easy. That
is a fun movie. It's Jeff Goldblum. Is
Jim Carrey.
Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, there you go. Quite the cast.
Gina Davis.
Cast right there. Yeah, Gina Davis. Yeah, that's an excellent cast.
Yeah.
Is it ripe for a remake, Joe? And if so, who would you cast?
No, not that one. No, I'm not saying that it's bad. It's like that one's just, it was good on its own. That one doesn't need to be remade. It's almost like when they did Point Break. I was like, why are you doing Point Break for?
Oof,
why?
Right. New one was.
And then that movie was
trash.
just a big yeah, it was just fucking trash.
What about Fright Night? Did they redo that?
No, yeah, they didn't. Man, that was trash too. They even did a part 2. I was like, damn.
Was Colin Farrell in that?
No, I don't even know who the fuck was in part 2.
You know, as 80s guys, it's hard to really see our 80s properties get rehashed.
It's like Friday the 13th. Okay, bring that one on. Halloween, bring that one on. You know, those fucking franchises that are long. Okay, yeah, redo it. You know, fine. I'm cool with it. But when you do something like Earth Girls Are Easy, or, you know, you want to do that one, no, please don't.
Now, Double A, do you like better when they do things like where they continue the story and you get like an old Laurie Strode and you bring back Jamie Lee Curtis, or do you prefer when they, like, you know, obviously the Michael Myers character doesn't age, when they do like a good reboot? Because I feel like Nightmare on Elm Street could have got a good reboot.
They should have got a good reboot.
Because the story's still cool and you can still make
cool.
Almost anyone look like Freddy.
It's this fucking child killer that somehow becomes a fucking demon.
Yeah.
That haunts you in your dreams where you don't have control whatsoever. It's kind of like, man, that's fucking scary.
Spook.
And, you know, you have something like Friday the 13th where it's like, what the fuck? What is Jason? You know?
Yeah, the Friday the 13th reboot has Jared Padalecki in it.
Yeah,
right?
I liked it.
I remember thinking it was cool.
I liked it.
I was like,
fun.
this one's kind of solid. You know what I mean?
It was kind of just it knew what it was. You know what I mean? Don't fucking try to make it something complex or nothing. It's a Friday the 13th fucking movie.
Yeah.
Those movies aren't seen as classics. You know that.
I want to get scared.
But they're fun.
I want,
you know?
like, even if it's just jump scare, I want to be like, oh, fucking shit.
Yeah.
And like I remember feeling like I was kind of like that. And I also was like, oh, the Jason looks pretty good.
Yes.
Like, you know, what you're doing is you're taking that that look is still there. That kind of look, they're not straying from that, but they're just like making it maybe with more, you know, like tattered clothes or a better looking mask, a bigger guy maybe, where more intimidating, more imposing. I'm like, well, I'm for that, you know, maybe nastier kills. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's just weird. It's like I was thinking too. I was like, could they do Die Hard again? And you know, because I've just seen that movie again. They've been showing it like crazy because I think of Bruce Willis's condition, I guess. Mm-hmm. Man, that movie is so fucking good. Like, that one is really, really fucking good. That's, like, a really great action movie. That first Die Hard. That's a really good movie. And he does such a great job. Like he's not a big dude, but there's something intimidating about it. Like, the way he portrays John McClane. You know, that it's like, you kind of believe it.
He's really like your everyman in a lot of ways. But he's also fearless.
But the way he carries himself in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like if... You know, like, he knows who he is. You know,
the
like,
exchanges with him and Hans are like, I'm like, oh, like, I still watch that movie and those scenes, and I get like
those
tense.
Movies are movie is like really fucking good.
Okay.
I was like, wow.
You're tasked with recasting. Fuck. You're tasked with it comes across your desk, Double A. You've got the Die Hard reboot. And you know that's where it starts, man. Really, when these reboots go bad is when the cast is shit. So who do you cast? Think about it while I read comments.
Yeah, because, like, you know what killed me about Live Free or Die Hard was Justin Long was on there. What killed me about the last Die Hard was that they cast that dude who played Captain Boomerang from the Suicide Squad. I'm not a big fan.
He was the villain?
No,
he was the son.
But I'm not a big fan of that dude. It's like almost like Sam Worthington. I hate throwing Sam Worthington under a bus a lot of times. But
I will always sing praises for Sam Worthington's agent, where I'm like, oh, that guy's agent
is the best fucking agent.
The best
Hollywood.
Fucking agent, man.
How he was able to get those big budget movies, I was like, God.
He got him fucking Clash of the Titans, Avatar, Terminator, like back to back.
I'm fucking like, franchises. I was like, what the?
Fuck? I remember thinking at the time, I was like, The Rock needs that guy's agent. At that time, I was like, yo, those movies would have been much better with The Rock and all three of them. All right, excuse me, guys. Comment-wise, Joe says, no way that's a classic standalone. But will it be covered on the Now Watch This podcast, Joe? That's what I really want to know. I'm waiting for a new episode. Rizzo says, dude, I want a Stranger Things spin-off movie. I've been hoping for a new Elm Street, and no spoilers, Double A. The horror element this season has been fantastic. Absolutely.
So I was hearing, without really like spoilers, like Liefeld didn't really do anything, but he goes, Stranger Things is set in 1986, and he goes, it's really fucking heavily inspired by Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what he said. So I was kind of like, Okay.
And in the best possible way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I was a little concerned that this season might have been a little too much for my nephew. I was like,
Ooh,
I was
that
weary.
bad, huh?
I was a little weary because
Wow.
right away I was like, this season is scary, is what I thought.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend were both like, oh shit. He did finally watch it. He was gonna wait because he wanted to see the both parts together, but he did finally watch it. And he loved it.
Okay.
He just said it was awesome.
All right.
And again, he's about to be 9.
Yeah, my daughter just loved those Fear Street movies.
Oh, okay.
She loved those.
I need to show him
She saw
those.
all 3 of them.
I haven't shown him those. Oh, those are a little intense, no?
She loved
Those
them.
are good.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Good stuff. Joe also
Yeah, because
said,
I think what it is like those movies were trying to recapture like the Friday the 13th kind of feel.
yes.
You know, the
Right.
slasher movies,
Right.
and shit like that. So when you look at them now, they're not
I
really
watched
bad.
the first and second one with Jess, but I don't think I got to the third one.
But you know what I mean? Like when you see those movies now again, you know, it's like, they're fun horror. You know? They're not scary horror.
Which is good.
You know?
I like that. You need that.
Yeah.
What about this great comment from Joe?
And
from
he's
Now
right.
Watch This?
He's right. We'll never see another Porky's or Revenge of the Nerds 80 types movie again.
You know,
And you're not, because people are blasting these fucking movies because now it's rape. Now it's,
Me
all
Too.
this other kind of, Me Too. At the time it was just like, people got to realize it's just movies. It's just fucking movies, and,
Amber Heard shitting on the bed.
Yeah, that's
weird. I don't even, Double A, will we even get another American Pie? Even
Man,
American
even
Pie
that,
might be too
yeah.
raunchy now. I mean, the whole...
Yeah, because now they were complaining about the fucking Shannon Elizabeth scene. How, in the movie, she's supposed to be like 16, 17, whatever, and it's spread on the internet. Now people are like really fucking going deep and saying that, well, that was child porn being played all over, the internet. So I was kind of like, okay, when you're watching that, you're not really thinking it, because obviously Shannon Elizabeth is not 17. So we're not like,
right.
We're not thinking that,
Yeah.
But yeah, now people are dissecting these fucking movies too damn much. It's just a movie, and the actors are all over 20s. They're in their 20s portraying people 16, 17.
Shout out to our boys at Collecting Weekly, also going live tonight.
They were on
statues.
with us. Last week?
What a great addition last week, right, man? Zach, he brought on.
He brought on a few of their crew.
Dean the Dream and a bunch of other guys that are
they
really
subscribe
great.
to our channel.
Guys, if you love toys, they subscribe to us. Great. We're at 80 guys on
81.
YouTube. We're trying to get
81.
up there. 81.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Very nice. I need to get back on there and check. But guys, if you love toys, and I mean really love toys, and you want to sit around and talk or enjoy a podcast with hardcore toy collectors, there is no better place on this planet, I promise you, than Collecting Weekly. I'm sure that Rizzo will vouch for that. I'm sure that Lucky from Now Watch This, the Dork Dad, will
Lucky
vouch for that.
Yeah.
Those guys are fantastic. I have actually bought my favorite Nightwing figure that I own. I bought from Zach, the Ox Father, from Collecting Weekly, and it's a badass sculpt. I love it. We were asking questions then because we are toy novices, so I just love being in their groups, all toy groups, because it's so funny. Like, you have guys that just like love box toys, that love toys be unboxed. Certain guys see a toy, they're like, let it breathe, like take it out. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm like, that's cool. My nephew,
I've always opened all my shit.
My nephew's torn sometimes. I tell him, hey man, I said, Mijo, you're a kid, man. Just pop out.
I've always opened up all my toys.
Before we move on to some more comments, man, that young man has a birthday coming up really soon or whatever. Like I said, he's going to be the big 9. One more year before double digits, double A. So I want to say happy birthday to you, mijo. I love you, bud. I cannot wait to celebrate with you tomorrow and all weekend long, and on Monday especially. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Cal.
More comments, double A. What do we got here?
Put that one. You can argue they try and remake Die Hard with certain action movies once every... Yeah, and that's always been a thing. It's like Speed, I've heard, was Die Hard on a bus. I've heard other action movies like
Under
that.
Siege was Die Hard on a boat.
Die Hard on a boat. So you always have those kind of movies where it's like one particular setting with one action hero.
But what do you think, Double A? Because look at all the fanfare that Top Gun has garnered.
Yeah.
Sure, you brought back Maverick or whatever, but could you do a potentially third movie without him and just the young pilots? Maybe you focus on Miles.
I mean, it'd be like Top Gun.
Miles Teller's character.
It'd almost be like Top Gun again.
Yeah,
First one. All young actors.
Right. I mean, that would be cool, right?
Yeah. Rizzo says, I love the Fear Street
ones.
ones.
Okay.
And then Jeremy comes in and he goes, we got to watch those Fear Street movies. See him?
Let's do it, bud. I think I've watched 1 and 2 with your mom, but I didn't get to the third one. But, watching with you guys always gives me a new appreciation for things. Especially, your brother Julian's got
It's almost like Stranger Things,
stuff.
just pretty much where those Fear Street movies just really get a lot of, they do a lot of homages to the slasher films.
Yeah, and I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Stranger Things does it extremely well. Rizzo's referring to the
With
American Pie thing.
Yeah, which
No
was
consent
supposed
for
to,
the
it was
American.
just supposed to go to the Friends, but it went everywhere.
If you pick apart these 80s movies, there's so much shit.
And they do. Now John Hughes movies are being blasted bad, real bad. It's just they're movies,
certain things are like of the time.
Of the time.
You know what I mean?
And I know I know people are going to be bashing us for just saying that because of the time. But
Married with Children, All in the Family,
Yeah.
even the fucking Flintstones, man. I'm like, guys,
Jeffersons,
things were thought of differently.
it was thought of differently.
Yeah, times changed. We progressed. Okay, great. We're
Comedians
there.
had a career at that time.
Exactly. Yeah,
You know?
exactly. I know. Now they're just getting fucking slapped apparently on stage. So that sucks.
You're doing great by that kids, yeah.
Thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate that. No greater compliment to me than that.
Glad to see Miles Teller getting love after Fantastic Four. I like Miles Teller.
I thought that cast is solid.
It's just him
That
and Michael
movie
B.
sucked.
Jordan. Yeah, him and Michael B. Jordan just fucking cashed in on the wrong movie.
Him, Michael B. Jordan, and the gal that played
Rooney,
Sue
I
Storm.
think, or Mara. I can't remember
Yeah,
which
Rooney.
one she
Yeah,
is.
Rooney Mara or whatever. Bring
Mara or Rooney,
You
yeah.
could bring them back or whatever. You know what I mean? If you want, like multiverse
Because
or
we've
whatever.
seen them all in different movies.
It was just in the wrong hands.
It's almost like I remember you fought a lot with certain people when it was like Natalie Portman with the Star Wars movies. It was kind of like it really downplayed her acting skills, but then when you would see her in other movies, she was it showed what a fucking badass she was. But it was like those Star Wars movies really kind of fucked her reputation a little bit at that time. But I mean, it wasn't her fault. I mean, it was just because we seen her in Closer, we seen her in
The Professional.
The Professional. She was great in The Professional.
Yeah,
Black Swan.
Black Swan. Oh my god, she's amazing.
Fucking
in that.
killed it in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, guys, this is kind of like what your director is supposed to do. If you give me a wooden performance, I'm supposed to be like, hey. This just happened. Think about it. Your dog just got ran over.
And we were laughing. Me and my brother, he came over to my house and we were watching Revenge of the Sith. And he asked me because it was that part where Vader says no.
That's terrible.
And me and him laugh, right? He goes. You think it was Hayden Christensen or you think it was George Lucas? I go. I think it was George Lucas.
That's 100% George
Lucas.
Lucas.
And my brother Art was like, man, he after filming that scene, I bet Lucas had tears in his eyes where he thought it was just like a fucking masterpiece part. I was like, yeah, the dude probably thought he was Coppola, Scorsese.
You know what this scene needs, guys? Needs just him just shouting no.
And you know what? He fucking added that again in Return of the Jedi. Remember when he picks up the Emperor? He must have really loved that part because he made James Earl Jones fucking repeat that line.
I tell people,
you remember that part where
oh yeah,
no,
that's the worst.
No.
I have the distinct honor and pleasure of owning, I believe, I haven't used it in a while, a working VCR and the original cuts on VHS. When my nephew gets to those movies, I'm gonna be like, don't watch them on Disney. Let me put these on for you.
I have them on DVD, episode 1, 2, and 3, or episode 4, 5, and 6. And
theatrical cut.
They're not Blu-ray, right? But it was the main part has those scenes where he put in. On this too is the original cuts, right? So this motherfucker, what he does on DVD, it's on DVD. When he put on the original cuts, it looks like fucking video quality. I was like, you motherfucker, you couldn't even fix these up because you want people to watch the other cut. So I have episode 4, 5, and 6 on DVD, but the motherfucker didn't clean it up though. It looks like fucking video. I was like, this bitch. I was like, man,
you know what?
You motherfucker. He could have cleaned it up real easy to make it look sharp.
I'm okay without the cleanup to watch.
Yeah, but still, it's kind of like, man, are you that petty that you want fucking people to see the new parts?
Like, you're petty against your own work.
Against your
like,
own
it's your own work.
work.
It's fine. We
like
love
he
it.
Hates it that people
he hates that we love it.
That we love that because for him, it's like, that's
bitter.
inferior.
It's there's nothing beats Vader. Like, the mask is expressionless, but yet you're getting so much from David Prowse.
You know what's bad?
Like,
you know what's bad is that he probably thinks they are inferior. That when you look at Phantom Menace, that movie looks bad. with all the fucking CGI and green screen. That movie looks terrible when you see it now, 23 years later. That movie looks fucking terrible with all that CGI.
It's your classic, like, double A. Like, once the work is done, like, you gotta let it go, man. You gotta let it belong to the people. It's like, this guy was like, no, it's still mine. I can still change it.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I think that it's long been dreamed about, right? That they release the theatrical cuts, right?
A clean Blu-ray original cut. And they don't fucking want to do it.
Hey, Disney, we're asking.
I don't understand why Disney can't do it. They own it now.
It's theirs, right? Give us that. Give us the option. When we get to that, when we're watching it through their order that they put out there, give us that option to watch that or whatever. Hey, Double A, let me tell you something. We had a conversation the other day, me and you. Guys, Star Wars. We moved on to Star Wars, right? My nephew's been playing the Lego Star Wars game. He's into it. He loves it. Yeah. And he wants to start watching the Star Wars stuff, right? So he's like, I want to watch the order that's on Disney, right? So he watches episode 1. He watches episode 2. He tells me, I'm going to go right into Clone Wars. That's what's next.
Oh, yeah. He's going to watch all that. Yeah.
But I noticed that the movie that came out, the Clone Wars movie that came out, isn't first.
What is it?
They took it out. It's just the Clone Wars series.
Really?
And I said, well, wait, that's important because that's where he meets Ahsoka. Yeah, so I told him, I said, look, Mijo, you got, and it's on there on Disney, I said, you got to watch this first. But then I realized something. I said, you know what? When that starts, even that movie, when it starts, he's already like Jedi Knight Anakin.
Uh-huh.
I said, you should really check out this Clone Wars one. I said, now they say it's not canon. I said, but you're going to see. I told him 2 things. I said, you're going to see when he gets the scar, and you're going to see what happens to Grievous. Yep. And he was like, I want to watch that. He's like, I want to see that. And I said, I know they don't consider it canon, but I said, but me and Cousin Kat kind of do.
Yeah, because it follows through.
And I said, and there's no reason it can't be canon.
I don't know why.
It could 100% be canon. And
That's
it's
where I was
fucking
like,
fantastic.
You know, when I saw Grievous there first, I literally got scared for episode 3 when he was going to be in episode 3. I was like, holy shit, this guy's fucking dangerous.
Plus, I forgot, in that first movie, that Clone Wars movie, they show Asajj, but they don't really introduce her. It's almost like you should know who she is. And I'm like, the reason why you should know who Ventress is because of that other cartoon. Yeah. You know, the Gennady Tarkovsky or whatever, the Russian guy who did Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack. He's amazing.
Those cartoons are just great, though. It was perfect for Star Wars.
And let me tell you, have you watched it on Disney Plus yet?
What?
That Clone Wars one?
No,
that one?
No, I haven't.
So the way they have it is blocked up. It's like an hour, 13 minutes, and then an hour, 13 minutes, and they call it season 1, season 2.
Okay.
But it's like all of them together. You know, the little 3-minute episodes?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said, I think you should watch it first. Then we'll watch the Clone Wars movie. Then we'll get through. And he's like, he was like, oh, it's still showing him as Anakin Padawan. I said, right. I said, get through it, and then you get to.
And then that part 2 where they knight him, Jedi Knight. That's a great scene. I fucking
forgot about that.
That's a great fucking scene.
Dude, it's so... They should make that canon. Yeah, Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, help them make that canon.
And you know what's funny is that all the canon shit that they said is not canon, they're bringing it back. Now they're talking about Thrawn.
Right, Thrawn, yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, you guys... Like,
hey, what's that article you posted, right, Double A?
Well, potentially that Pierce Brosnan could play General Thrawn.
That's sexy. Yeah. That's fucking... Yeah. That's fucking great. Yeah. Let's do that. You know what I mean? Joe says, nope, 90s, same way. Certain movies.
They're getting blasted too.
I don't know why we just can't say as a society. It's of the time, y'all. It's of the time. Like that was what... The
thinking was different.
Right. I mean, and maybe some people say better.
People are analyzing this shit way too much.
Remember that the director of Fantastic Four came out and complained that the movie company
and that's the thing. That's why I love that Feige is in charge of Marvel, because it's like, nope, this is the plan we're going with, and that's it. Yeah, it is the company's coming in. This director has an idea. No, you're gonna follow our fucking blueprint,
right?
Right. So.
Something else that debuted Double A this past Wednesday was the Ms. Marvel show. Mm-hmm.
Which
did
I
you watch
even know about?
Yeah. I didn't know. Okay. Well, I mean, that probably answers that question. I gave it a go.
I told CM I'm not going to watch it. I don't like the Captain Marvel character. I don't care who's playing it. I don't care about the character in the comics or in the show or in the movie.
Yeah.
I just don't care about the Captain Marvel character.
I mean, there you have it.
And I'm tired. It's like the fourth fucking Captain Marvel now we're getting. We've gotten, Brie Larson, the mom and the daughter. I forget their name.
Photon.
Yeah, and then we saw her in Strange,
right.
and now we're getting this fourth one. It's kind of like
Kamala Khan.
I'm like, wow, why are you guys paying so much attention to this fucking one character for?
With this show, I do feel a little bit like Marvel is reaching. Number one, I feel like they're trying to now tackle like every demographic, like.
And they want every character.
Here's a Mexican character.
Yeah.
Here's the African American character. Now here's the.
I mean,
I believe she's Arabic.
Which was smart of Stan and Jack. Stan and Jack had created all these fucking characters already in the 60s and 70s.
Right.
I mean,
I just feel like now we're getting.
You're right. Now but. It's like us as Marvel fans. We're tired of seeing these characters.
Right.
Give us the heavyweights already.
Right.
Right.
We're getting to a place where it's a little bit of pandering, and it's a little bit of like, well, we want all of this group of fans to have a person there behind, and this group of fans to have a person there behind.
And you're leaving us behind. You're leaving the comic book. You're hardcore fans that have been with you for a long time.
Let us come to the character. Don't force the character on us. Like, we're going to tell you who we want to see. We're going to tell you what we want. We're going to tell you what you do. Like, you essentially just got done fucking up Morbius. You could have had a great thing with that.
What did this? I saw a headline, a movie that bombed twice.
Yeah.
Because they put it back in theater for some reason.
Double A started out the show showing Ghost Rider comics, whatever. Obviously, it's like, they gave us Ghost Rider, but they did it in this, like, weird ass way where it was like Nicolas Cage, this older guy, and you're like trying to sell it as this like hip thing, whatever. And it's like, it doesn't work. Like, you got to do better. You know what I mean? It's just like it's a great character. The character's great. You can still do it great, and don't focus on like race and color and
give me Johnny Blaze,
whatever.
Please.
Yeah. And Double A, I don't even think you would really care what color Johnny Blaze was.
I don't care. Just give me Johnny Blaze.
If you're the heart and the truth of Johnny Blaze, it's going to be great. You know what I mean? Like, keep the character name. Don't give a fuck about whatever
I'm tired of these fucking characters already. I'm tired of Captain Marvel already.
And Jeremy hops in here with this comment for you. Man, I want a good.
Same here,
because it's such a good character with so much fucking potential.
It's dark. If they really do it, like if they go kind of like Moon Knight-ish, kind of, or even darker, it's dark. It's a dark fucking movie.
And here's the thing, right, Double A? How about you focus on your fucking character? It can really get any Joe Blow and give us a lot of Ghost Rider and not a lot of the guy. Yeah. It's like, it's going to be fantastic because the characters are really, really good. It's like, it doesn't have to be about race. It's a skull with his fucking head on fire. It's like, that's what we want to see. We don't want to see the guy. Who gives a fuck about him? You know what I mean? Like,
it's like we said with Silver Surfer. Like, I love the pairing of, what's his name? The one who played Surfer.
Lawrence Fishburne was the voice, and then we had as the body was Doug Jones.
So I love that pairing. I really did. I did not care that it was Lawrence Fishburne voicing him. I didn't care. It made it better, honestly.
Yeah,
Surfer needs a voice.
And obviously, there's a lot of CGI in that too. So it's a pairing of three things to make a great character or whatever.
Like with Darth Vader.
David Prowse and fucking
everyone was like
James Earl Jones.
Everyone was like seriously, when I heard his voice, it was just scary. Like, that's all I thought about. But then people were like, "Oh, he's a black dude." I'm like, "Wow, really? Is that what you heard?" Like, for me, it was just like this fucking terrifying, booming voice. I was like, "Holy shit!"
All through my youth, if you would have asked me a billion times what color is the voice of Darth Vader, the actor, I'd have been like, I don't know. Fucking sounds just fucking scary to me. Is what it sounds like. Like, terrifying, like the most terrifying voice. Like, it just chills up your spine.
It's fucking scary.
Fuck yeah, it is. Fuck yeah, it is. Those new scenes, and we haven't talked a lot about Obi-Wan because we're not gonna. We are gonna do an entire episode on Obi-Wan when it's done, no doubt. We've only got a couple episodes left. In fact, I'm sad. We only have two episodes
more.
Left. But where are you at? Where do you feel about it thus far?
I love it. Obi-Wan is my favorite Star Wars character. He became my favorite from the prequels. The dude is just a badass.
I love him. He's my number 2. I dressed as him for Halloween.
That dude, man, just kicked so much ass. They made him just the ultimate Jedi. I mean, man, they needed a mission done, Obi-Wan. They needed a Sith killed, Obi-Wan. I mean, golly, that dude was just a fucking beast.
When I was watching Clone Wars with my, Attack of the Clones with my nephew, just, him and Dooku going back and forth, where it's almost like his voice is kind of like, I kind of believe you, but then he's like, then he's also like, no, never, whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Also, I do love Christopher Lee right because this is terrible. This is a crime. I'll make sure this is undone right away. I'm like, you bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you
Because
straight
he
up
does
bitch.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, it's like. He's like, maybe you could hurry it up, and then he's like, I'll see what I can do. You know what I mean? I'm like, he's like, maybe if you join me or whatever. He's like, I'll never join you, Dooku. He's like, Qui-Gon Jinn would have never joined you. I'm like, I think it's fucking fire so far. I'm like, man, this show is...
I love his back and forth with Dooku. I love his back and forth with Jango.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And in this show, there's a lot... I know there's been some mixed
There has been, but you
about
know what?
it.
It's just, the stupid fucking Star Wars shit again. Where people are giving so much shit to the prequels, and now the prequels are loved.
Yeah.
This has been great. This is Obi-Wan. This is a heavyweight series. This is a heavyweight storyline in the Star Wars universe. You're talking about Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about the guy who put him in that fucking suit.
Exactly.
I mean...
all the history. Great comment from Jeremy here who says, man, speaking of the Obi-Wan show, it's really putting the fear...
And the comments I've read about that one, golly, people are like, wow, this is like the Darth Vader we should have always had.
I haven't felt this afraid since Rogue One. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
tell people, every time I see that scene, Double A at the end, I get fucking chills.
Oh,
up my
man,
spine. I saw it twice in theaters,
Yeah.
and both times I was
Yeah.
like, I got tense. I got
Yeah.
goosebumps because I was like,
Yeah.
this is the, like, number one, the first time I saw it was the initial, oh fuck!
And I wasn't even expecting that.
Oh fuck! And then when he's fucking him up, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I was fucking, my heart was
Yeah.
racing. Then the second time, even though I knew it was coming, I felt the same way. Like it felt like cold sweat. Like I was
Man.
this is the fucking man.
When he touched ground on the planet, I was like, holy shit.
Dude, that shit was so great. That is why he's the greatest
Jeremy
on-screen
agreed.
villain of all time. He's the greatest on-screen villain of all time. Oh man, yep, absolutely, Jeremy. Yeah, and
that's actually what I told my brothers. I was like, wow, this I'm not a big fan of Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Rogue One and this show has shown why he is that badass villain.
Well, I think that's what I think that you're not a fan of him as his character, but I think that you're a fan of him as a villain in the sense where you're like, you've always wanted to see the same way you've always wanted to see the Dark
He's
Surfer.
supposed to be the enforcer.
Yeah.
This is why he makes, everyone forgets about the Emperor and it's like, oh shit, Vader.
Right.
Like, oh shit,
You've always wanted to see that part
Yeah.
where the nasty part,
Yes.
that 20-year span between Revenge and between I guess we would say the Battle of Yavin, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it's like where we know he's hunting Jedi at first, wiping them out, and then he's like now the stragglers or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a lot there. Joe says, "Fuck yes, it's a scene I go to watch."
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I think you're talking about the Rogue One scene.
Joe, it's just like
No doubt.
So like what pisses me off sometimes is like, okay, so in A New Hope he's supposed to be this badass, but he beats an old
I'm gonna need
Obi-Wan.
another drink for this.
he beats an old Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's not the episode 3 Obi-Wan. Okay, you're talking about someone who hasn't fucking, fought anyone with the saber for a long time. So Vader kills an old Obi-Wan. And Empire Strikes Back, come on. That's a rookie Luke. Come on now. You're really you're gonna say he's a badass because he beat this guy. It's like Michael Jordan balling on one of us. Yeah, And then Return of the Jedi. Well, he's already fucking old, so Luke is kicking his ass. And then episode 3, we see the great Darth Vader. He goes straight to where the fucking younglings are. He doesn't go to any of the masters. He goes straight over there. And, it's like, come on, man. And then when he finally does go up against a Jedi that's up to his level, he gets his fucking ass kicked.
Joe, I agree with you on that comment that's up right now. I would love to hear who the rest are. I could tell you 2 of mine on that Mount Rushmore would definitely be Darth Vader. The other one would be Hannibal Lecter. Let's talk about the other 2. Double A, come on, man. Let me get who is it that does the come on, man? I like, okay, Stephen A?
ESPN guy.
ESPN
No, it was the
guy?
ESPN football guy.
Okay, look. I'm not saying anything that you said was wrong. It's not. But it's like, what you just said, it's like, nobody says like, oh man, like Bill Russell's championships were shit because he beat scrubs, or Wilt Chamberlain. It's like it wasn't his fault that they sucked. Fucking who's gonna go after Coyote Mundi? That guy was fucking garbage, bro.
I mean, he would have given Anakin a little bit more trouble than the younglings did.
No way, man. Hey, it's just do a house clean. I don't agree with that part necessarily. All right, but
that's what I'm saying. Let the stormtroopers take that shit.
I mean, he's turning evil. That's what you do. You just go all the way. I mean, it was a commitment, I guess.
But this, finally, it was kind of like, okay, what he did in Rogue One, what he did here, it's kind of like, okay, So.
Yeah, absolutely. Good one, Joe.
Jeremy says, the one thing I don't like about Star Wars is that they scrapped Starkiller. Man, he was a menace. Really wish they would have did more with him. Everyone seems to love that character
from the Star Wars Unleashed games. Yeah, man. And you loved him as Doomsday in the Smallville series. Yeah. So here's another actor that I guess had a pretty good agent, but for whatever reason couldn't.
Well, he got him on Smallville and he got him in Star Wars, which he does have a fan base as the Starkiller. He does have a fan base. I've always heard people want that character brought in.
When I played that first game, AA, I loved it. And
my brother Will swears by that game.
Oh, yeah. And
it's great.
What sold me on it was when he and I played that, me and your brother Will, is that he said, they make this guy the way Anakin's powers should have developed. There's this one thing he does
that's right.
where he's got guys all around him and he can kind of surge up in the air and like boom shoot the force out of him and it just knocks everyone. Yeah, and I was like, that shit is fucking amazing.
The way they always said that Anakin should have been almost unlimited, like limitless almost. Mm-hmm. Like his power should have just like even the Emperor was like he's gonna grow more powerful than both of us.
Yeah.
So
in fact he was stunted by Obi-Wan's he took him to the woodshed as they say.
He fucked him up good. AA fucking up my childhood. Sorry, Joe. Damn. And then
he can do that.
Jeremy says Charles Woodson. I don't know.
Football.
Yeah, I know. But,
yeah, come on, man.
Okay.
Thank you, Jeremy, for that one.
Joe says, no, but people don't necessarily mention Wilt or Russell with Jordan. AA sold me.
Oh, just like that, Joe? You know what? I caught a great movie with Joe and Lucky. I haven't talked about that yet.
And then Joe says, Batman would totally take Vader with prep time. You know what? I'll go with you on this one, Joe. Yeah,
wow, really? AA?
He could probably kick Vader
now he's a Batman fan.
Fuck Vader.
See what happens when we don't have a defined topic? It's just the whole shit
This is why I like Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan kicked his sorry ass. So, fuck him. And he was still scared of him in A New Hope.
Still love Obi-Wan.
He was still scared.
Although this series is showing another side.
He shit his pants when he felt Obi-Wan on the Death Star.
Look at Joe. Joe's just happy that there's dissension amongst us. Motherfucker. Here we go. Yeah, well, whatever. You missed the earlier Nightwing part we got out there, Joe. What was the movie, AA? Everything, everywhere, all at once.
So I hadn't heard that movie until Joe had invited us, which he went.
Yes.
Now that movie, I'm just seeing articles everywhere how that's just like a really great fucking movie. It's super good. I'm gonna watch it when it comes on streaming. So because everyone keeps raving about it.
I need to watch it again. So I will tell this.
Okay, so you were so.
We're supposed to be. I think there was supposed to be an episode, and I'll watch this about that. So I don't want to say a lot, but I will say this. I did have the great pleasure of going to be there with Lucky the Dork Dad and his son. One of his sons, I think his youngest. And Joe picked me up. Thank you, Joe, so much coming out to get me and hang out. Oh, it was a great time. I just had fun. It was just fun to have like a little guy's quick afternoon and watch a movie. We went to actually a workplace that Lucky used to work at, and I used to work at the old Galaxy movie theater.
Yeah, nice.
And AA, have you been there recently?
No, I haven't been there since Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, man. Go back. Great theater here in San Antonio. It looks great.
I like how they changed it back to Galaxy.
Yeah, the seats are great, man. The food is cool. It's like futuristic. Like they kind of like your food gets ready. They put it in these little heating tube thingies and like little it's almost like little mini microwaves, and you gotta like put a code in to get your food out.
Oh yeah, mine has it.
Yeah, does it? Yes, okay, it was really cool. Like I enjoyed that experience of it. Did I drink? I don't think I drank. I think I was a little hungover from the podcast. I think so. I was a little podcast hungover. We went kind of to an early show. Because man, I know it's hard for these two guys to squeeze out being dads, doing dad stuff all the time.
It is,
and myself too. Well, my nephew, I tried to, I got a lot of stuff on the weekend, but we made time in the morning. Obviously, excuse me, Luck had a little bit of like a health concern, whatever. He's good though. He's doing well. I've been seeing his TikToks. He's looking better every day, with Bell's palsy and stuff. But Luck, of course, always praying for you, hoping you get better. But CM ate loud through the whole movie. Yeah. I hadn't eaten and I was very hungry and hungover.
And,
Joe, check
and
fucking
and read this.
and nursing a hangover. You do know I do a show on Friday. I mean, hello, fuck. So yes, that happened. That is all true. I'm not gonna deny any of that. And then Joe says I took a little nap during the movie, not because it was boring, but because I was very hungover. but when I did see it, I was like, damn, this is like a good multiverse movie. It was like, fuck. I was tripping balls, yo. I was like, this shit is like fucking weird or whatever. So I won't say what Joe had the assistance of during that movie, but Cheech and or Chong also would have probably have enjoyed that type of refreshment that Joe enjoyed during that. See him give them attitude because they wouldn't give us a couple of seats. Fucking Joe. Great shit, man. I had a great time with you guys. I hope to do that episode with y'all. I hope to catch the movie one time before we do it again. Famously, my Suicide Squad episode got scrapped. From Now Watch This, which is maybe the first time I've been bumped. No, the first time, but not the last, because I also got bumped from an episode of Tis the Podcast, the Patreon edition of Peacemaker, because the recording was shit, apparently. So, yeah. See, I missed the best part of the movie. I heard there's a lot of weird shit in the movie, though, you guys see, but they did tell me about it afterward, and all I can say is it involved butt plugs, is what they told me. So, exactly, right? And what does that say? That scene will blow your mind. Again, I need to watch it. AA, when it happens, we'll watch it together and see what we both think and both be like, There's some things we have said before we don't cover on this show. Yeah. We leave a lot of shit on the table for Now Watch This to pick up. You know what I mean? King Kong versus Godzilla. Fucking Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's things that's out there that it just ain't gonna happen. We didn't cover Suicide Squad. We didn't cover Peacemaker.
I love that movie. I don't know why we didn't. I don't know why we didn't either. Well, I saw that movie like 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I think once it came out, I was like, this is a great. I watched it 2 times also. Yeah. We should cover it double because my episode never aired with Now Watch This.
Because I still see it whenever it comes on. I still watch it.
Whenever I talk about Peacemaker to people, I said, "Did you watch Suicide Squad?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "That's where he first comes out," and then they're like, they love Peacemaker.
What blows me away is when I found out that Alan Moore was going to use those characters for Watchmen, and when DC told him no, that the comedian is based on Peacemaker, and I was like, wow. That blew me away because I was like, holy shit, okay. And if he was this, the way he is in in the movie, the comedian and Peacemaker have a lot in common.
Yeah,
the characteristics. So
he's pretty reclusive, right? AA as a whole. Do you think that we'll get
He wasn't. You're talking about Alan Moore?
Yeah.
He wasn't for the longest time. He was going to the cons and he was working everywhere. It's just, I think, all the bullshit, he just hated it. He just
with
hated
his properties.
Well, no, I think he was just tired, like the negotiations with DC and Marvel and even Image. Like he even fought Image too at one time. So I think he was just like, you know what, I'm just done. I'm just done with.
Which is so interesting to me, right? Especially when it comes to Image. We spent so much time talking about them last week. It makes me wonder. I'm like, even with them, he couldn't get what he wanted. Like, does the guy really know what he wants?
See,
because
that's the thing.
They seem they're very big into creator-owned.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, too. It's like, I don't know. I think maybe he wants too much. Maybe he's asking too much for each publisher. Who knows?
Damn, AA, like, we live in a world now, and I'm sure the guy's not dumb, where he's like, you can do your own book, man. Like, you're Alan Moore.
I know. See, the thing is, like, Watchmen was kind of like the comic where he did create characters. Those were his creations. Swamp Thing was based on something else. Miracle Man was based on something else. V for Vendetta, you can say he created that. Supreme, that's Rob Liefeld's.
From Hell?
Oh, From Hell, yeah. But his best known work is kind of like just like stuff that was already created.
Yeah, but Watchmen's got to be number one, right? Watchmen's got, for him, it's got to be tops, right? And those characters were original characters.
Yes, they are.
Now, it sounds to me like the guy was kind of like a shitty negotiator or whatever early on.
But you know what? The sales don't lie.
Yeah, but you're
was
right.
big
Like
for-
Watchmen is detached from everything or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
but it
it's
was
like,
still a big seller for DC.
no. I mean, no doubt. But what I mean is, like, he could have self-published that book because it's not like it
Could've.
involves. It's not like it's a Batman story.
It wasn't, and
You know?
so I mean, he could have, but where was he to go to publish that?
Well, sure. That's
At
what
that
I mean.
time.
What if we both said it's like it's kind of about distribution too? Like, yeah, you can write the best story, but
Well,
if you don't
the
get
thing though that
distributed,
he was on board with Watchmen is because they said he could use those Charlton comic characters. So he was already on board. He already had laid everything out.
Yeah.
And then at the last minute, DC told him, "Oh wait, you know what? You can't use those Charlton comics characters. Can you come up with some of your own characters?"
and he did a fine job.
And he did great. Rorschach,
Rorschach,
Owl. Doctor Manhattan,
Spectre, yeah, Doctor Manhattan.
Comedian. I mean, those are great characters.
I mean, like, what about League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? I mean, he's using characters
too,
that are
that
like
was kind of-
historical
yeah.
characters. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, come on now. I mean, who published that? Was Do you remember?
It's another fucking publishing company, like kind of like an indie one. It's not like a major one.
It just, I don't know. The guy just seems like a grumpy guy. Like, just like, I'm like, well, what do you want? Like,
But he
create
has-
your own shit. Like, it's not hard to create your own shit
Look,
now.
honestly, if I had a company, Alan Moore would be one of the guys I would try to entice
Sure.
to write. I mean, he's just that good. I just love his writing. I mean,
But see, as soon as you say, like, hey, like, we want to make a movie, he'd be like, no, it's shit.
well, yeah, because
It's shite.
he doesn't like he hated League of the Extraordinary Gentlemen, which everybody did.
But it's like, I love the V for Dinner movie. I like the Watchmen movie. I'm like, they're fine movies to me.
For me, like, would I, if I'm a creator, would I like these movies? Probably not. But it'd be awesome that they decided to take my property and do it. I mean, I would be like,
so basically,
cool.
like, let's say that you're a publisher, right? And you're like, look, Alan Moore, what we really, really want is for you to write a book for us. You're completely yours. You're gonna own the characters. You're gonna own the right. It's almost like
Image.
It's almost like you're offering him free distribution.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
we're gonna
image,
distribute it
yeah.
for free because we want, and we won't option it for a movie unless you say so or whatever. After
he would
script
say no.
approval, or
Yeah.
whatever. So. That's what I mean. He's just like a grumpy guy. I don't know. I don't like it.
I mean, it's like anything else. See, I mean, it's kind of like, Stephen King didn't like The Shining. You got to kind of see it from his perspective. It's like, this ain't the fucking book I wrote.
But then we've all seen the one he did approve with the guy from fucking Wings, and
yes.
like,
Which makes sense though, because he says in his book, Jack doesn't look fucking psycho like Jack Nicholson does in the movie.
Right.
Like right away, you're like,
Right.
Jack Nicholson just looks fucking crazy. He wanted an everyman that kind of looked like, the Wings dude, and I forget his name, but, he just wanted like an everyman kind of looking dude.
interesting.
But I mean, it's you. I mean, it's like a creator as you, are you going to like your stuff? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're very protective of the stuff you create,
Sure.
And then when you see it, you're like, well, shit, this ain't mine.
But sometimes people do creative justice. I'm reading some of Joe's comments here. She says, "It was an excellent date, but didn't give it up." No, you didn't even buy me dinner, Joe. So why would you even expect that? Do better. It was a multiverse movie regarding everything anywhere all at once. The way the multiverse should have been done kind of makes me feel like you didn't like Doctor Strange, which is bullshit. I'm up for that ep, which is the ep about the Suicide Squad. Why after you scrap my episode? Joe? Come on, man.
Who sounds like a grumpy old man?
Yeah, exactly. Moore makes a lot of. Yeah, fuck it. I'll go Alan Moore on you. Hey, if Alan Moore can do it, what the fuck? This is my shit. Have you seen my shirt?
There you go.
Joe says Moore makes a lot
The definitive books
ahead,
for some of the big characters. Yeah. I mean, Swamp Thing. That's always just like Alan Moore.
I mean, to me, it's.
There you go. Joe says, I will forever go back and read it.
It makes me basically feel, though, Double A, like it's like he's mad at a lot of stuff, but I'm like, well, really, all you're good at is writing other people's characters. Like,
see, that's the thing. I mean, he did do a good job on V for Vendetta. That was good.
Yeah.
And he's good at flipping. I mean, he's good at really making obscure characters into something big. I mean, that was kind of Frank Miller's whole thing. He took Daredevil from the bottom and made him an A-list. I mean, he took Batman and redefined Batman. I mean, Frank Miller was good at that too. You know?
I mean, if you talk about great Alan Moore stories, we mentioned Watchmen, but if you probably were going to say a number 2, it's got to be Killing Joke, right?
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean,
yeah.
it's like,
Shoot.
and it's
Yeah.
like, Well, you did a great job, but it's still not yours.
It's
But
not your property.
And
Yeah.
and you know what? Here's what it is. You could probably tell the Killing Joke story with two characters you created, but it's not going to be as
not
good
gonna
as
be
it
the
being
same,
Batman
yeah.
and Joker. So I'm like, why are you mad? Like they do this mad. I'm like, why? Because like you're like, oh, I gave up a good story, but it was like to Batman or whatever. I'm like, dude, like,
Well, you know, these guys probably never foresaw media. You know, like who would have thought the Joaquin Phoenix would probably borrow heavily from Killing Joke? You know, the failed comedian.
Yeah.
You know,
what is that double A? Is it just like not believing in yourself or what? Like,
no, I mean,
oh.
comic book movies was just the kind of thing that you laugh at. Remember, Stan Lee was like, "Yeah, I changed my name to Stan Lee, so you know when I write my great American novel, you know it's gonna be
Yeah.
Stan, you know, Leibowitz."
Well, that's what I mean, though. It's like I feel like Alan Moore is like bitter about that. I'm like, well, you're bitter about this like underlying like I'm like, look, man, you have stories to tell. And you have the ability. You've given us some of the greatest stories. Like comic book fans love that shit. I'm like, why? Like you can't just like be I mean, I guess you can be because he obviously is, but it's kind of fucked up to be like always bitter about it. I'm like. Those are great stories and fans love them or whatever. And you wrote them. Your name is on them. You know.
But you know, good for him saying that. You know, take my name off, but you know the artist, you know, says he wants to be on there and put his name. He's always been good about that. So
yeah, well,
you know,
absolutely. At least do that because
yeah,
it seems
'cause
like they're
Dave
very
Gibbons-
proud of
yeah,
their work.
Dave Gibbons loved the Watchmen series.
I mean, the V for Vendetta looks exactly like that
Yeah.
mask is iconic. I mean, that's
Yeah.
all the artists. That's not Alan Moore, you know.
No, but I mean the writing. You
Sure.
know, the
Even
writing
hell,
was-
even Swamp Thing when they make renditions of him, the figures, all that stuff, the shirts. It's like it's of the artist, not Alan Moore. Yeah, sure. The writing, that part is what made it. You know, you be into the story or whatever, but it's still that. I mean,
and he always gets great artists.
oh yeah.
Like, you know, from Miracle Man to V for Vendetta to Watchmen. I mean, he always gets great.
Well, he's a great
fucking
writer.
artists.
If I was an artist, I'd want to work with
And
him.
you need
know?
that too. You need that great artist to go with that great art. We've said it so many times. Sometimes we don't buy comics just based on the art. We're like, man, this art looks fucking sorry. You know, we're kind of like,
oh yeah,
you know.
Yep, absolutely
So-
true, man. Absolutely true. Let's see what else we got here.
That's it.
yeah,
The other big news too, kind of CM. This really got me excited. I know it got you fucking excited. True Detective season 4. Jodie Foster.
Very cool. Man, I'm glad you brought that up, man.
Whew, man. I mean, this is almost like for a lot of people, I know they're thinking Silence of the Lambs Part 2.
Sure.
You know, golly, Clarice, we're going to see Clarice almost. I don't know if that's the way it's going to be or not, but just, I mean, wow. Jodie Foster.
I mean,
in a
what's she been
detective
doing? We haven't
role.
seen her in a lot of stuff, and here now she's coming to like, in a sense, like TV.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
Which everyone's coming to. Kate Winslet.
yeah,
You know, Mayor of Easttown.
great. How many
fucking
Emmys
show.
did she rack up?
She won a
racked up.
shitload of stuff.
You know, I got my boss to watch that.
Did
My boss is a big true crime fan, and we've been talking true crime podcast. She listens to one, I listen to another. But I said, you know, she was like, you know, Chuck, give me some stuff to listen to or to watch. She goes, you know, me and my husband want some stuff to watch. And I said, because I know you're a true crime fan, I said, I'm going to give you a couple of, I'm going to throw some out there. I'm going to give you a bunch. I said, you pick what you want. But I gave her Mayor of Easttown first. She watched it. She was like, damn, it was so good. She's like, what else? I gave her True Detective season 1 and season 3.
Yeah.
I was like, season 2, you can live without. I gave her The Night Of. Remember The Night Of?
I know.
I was like, yeah, okay, great.
Man,
right?
that was brutal.
And did you watch The Outsider? You did, right?
No, I didn't. My brother did.
Oh, man, I think you'd like it. It's
we're-
not
we're-
true crime.
We're kind of thinking because a kid thing. Where me and my wife sometimes kind of like sometimes go back and forth on stuff like that. So it's kind of
the beginning is
that's what I'm saying.
kinda
So
rough,
me and her are kind of like
It's Stephen King though.
I know it is. I know, but sometimes go. Sometimes we can. Sometimes we can't.
Yeah, say no more, man. I totally get you on that. I didn't know that starting out, and it just was like, oh shit, that happened.
Yeah.
You know, but it definitely goes, gets pretty far.
I know
away
it does.
from that
I know
quick,
it does.
You know,
Yeah.
but I gave her like that list, whatever. But the last thing she did was just Mare of Easttown, and she was like, man, that was so good.
That was great. I love that show.
I'm telling you, it's so fucking fire. So yeah, am I excited for Jodie Foster? Fuck yeah, I am. That's gonna be great.
So, love season 1.
Love it.
That's just a really great fucking season.
That is that's written like
Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey. Man, some of their best stuff that they've done.
Season 1 of that show is written like a Hannibal Lecter dinner.
Yes. Yeah.
Like if Hannibal Lecter made you dinner, that's like season 1 of True Detective.
I wouldn't mind doing an episode just on season 1 again.
Oh,
honestly.
I would enjoy sitting through that season 1 again.
I can go back and watch it.
It was decadent,
Yeah.
Double A. It was like
Yeah.
rich, chocolatey
Yeah.
cake, like Italian, good Italian food. Yeah, I would. That's a great idea for an episode, and I would love to.
We should.
Because you know what?
Yeah.
I watched it by myself.
Yeah.
And I watched season 3.
I think I saw the first episode, and I
Uh-huh.
think my wife kind of walked in, and I
Uh-huh.
think she got hooked.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got to watch season 3 with my girlfriend and my sister, and they were like, "Oh my god, this show is so good. What are the other seasons like?" And I said, "Season 2 we can skip." I said season 1.
Season 2, man, I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
That was
Great
such
cast.
It was a great cast, but you know what? Horrible character,
Execution.
horrible casting parts of the actors. Almost. I didn't think Rachel McAdams was right for that part.
You know what? To me, the plot was just
the
convoluted.
plot was
I was like,
everywhere.
what? Like, I hate to say it, man, but I know that you're a big fan of A Most Violent Year, but it reminded me of that. I was like,
That one's
what's-
actually more focused than season
No,
2
it
was.
is. But season 2, after when I watched that for season 2 of True Detective, then I watched A Most Violent Year, and I was like, this feels like season 2.
I'm not gonna lie. It took me about 2 or 3 times a Most Violent Year to finally get the whole story.
Okay.
And once I did, I was kind of like, okay, I appreciate it more. I loved it more.
It's funny to hear you say that too, because that's like a Godfather 3 vibe I have. Where I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe I need to watch it again, and I keep watching it. And I'm like,
Godfather 3, I've tried watching it. I
all
want to
over.
give it a chance. I want to love it. I do want to love it so bad, and it just throws me off every
have you
time.
watched the new cut?
Yes, I have, and it's still just
Still, that's how I feel.
yeah, it's still
But that's when you told me you liked The Most Violent Year. I was like, I'm lost.
no. Like I said, it kind of took me a few views, but once I
Okay.
did, I was like, okay, I got the story down. I know what it is now.
But
And I
was it
liked
the most violent year? It was the
It was
most
pretty-
non-violent year.
Well,
it felt like.
You're not seeing it, for
Okay,
sure.
because me
For
and Jess
sure.
were like, "Did you see the violence?"
It's slow. It's slow for sure, and and that's the kind of movie that I have to see by myself.
I get you.
I can't. Get
I love The Fountain.
I can't get Christina to watch.
Yeah.
like she wouldn't be into it whatsoever.
Well, it reeled me and Justin because we were by ourselves and we hadn't seen it. We were like, "Oh, great cat, Oscar Isaac," and I love fucking
Jessica Chastain.
I love
Yeah,
Jessica
I love her
Chastain.
too. Yeah.
She's amazing. So we were both like, "Yeah, we're on board." And then we were like, kind of like watching. Like,
Yeah, I know.
what the fuck is
I know.
going on?
Yeah.
Like, is anything gonna happen? And like, nothing happens. But for you to say you liked it, I was like, maybe I'm missing something. So, all right.
No, I can see why you wouldn't,
Mhm.
why anybody wouldn't, but it was just a whole story. Him trying to get the money, but the hijacking kept happening to him only, it seemed, and him trying to get the money together from his brother, from the fucking mobsters,
Mhm.
to find out it was a competitor that was buying his gas. It's
Right.
kind of like, man, these motherfuckers, they want to push him out. Then that cop is kind of trying to get him like on 3 charges that are big that he could, if he gets convicted, he could.
Who is that main cop? It's a black guy.
Yes,
right?
it is, and he's done other stuff, and he's a really good actor. I like him.
You know what? The acting is phenomenal. Like I'm like,
And
man,
even
these
at the
guys
end-
are like.
But even at the end too, it's kind of like he finally has everything put together right at the end. But then it's kind of like the cop is kind of like he knows he's not going to get promoted,
Mm-hmm.
but he knows he's going to have a lot of political influence. So at the end, it's kind of like they're kind of talking about like corruption almost. Like if you do me this favor, I'll take away all those crime charges once you get your political power.
See, hearing you
it's
talk
kinda
about it
like-
makes me want to watch it again. Hearing you say it, but
Like I
you
said,
know,
it took me a few viewings until I finally got the whole story, and then once I got the whole story, I liked it a lot. So I was kind
Okay.
of like, okay, so yeah, because it's a stressful like situation for the main character.
yeah,
He's trying to get this fucking power plant. Once he gets it, everything's gonna just be set in motion.
right.
But everything is just so fucking against him. His fucking trucks keep getting hijacked.
Mm-hmm.
The other competitors are making it hard for him. The cops are making it hard for him. His wife eventually, he finds out something about her that fucking makes it
Right.
like a fucked up situation. He's like, it's not until the very end that everything does finally get smoothed out.
It has a lot of good things going for it. Great cast, great acting.
Yeah.
I don't remember the score, but the title
is great.
The title is fantastic, and the way it looks grimy.
Like
it
70s.
looks noirish.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, man, this is like a grimy. Like I'm like, but
I know
the plot doesn't work for me. I'm like,
I know, and like I said, it took me a few times before I did get the plot. And once I did get the plot, I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, like I said, immediately my joke after me and Jess were done, and we were both like awake, so we was like, we watched something, and I was like,
and I've always kind of debated because I really like his performance. And I was like, that one or Inside Llewellyn Davis. I don't know which one.
That one I haven't seen.
I don't know which. Oscar Isaac performance I like more.
Interesting.
So
I want to check out that one, Inside Llewellyn Davis.
That one's fun. If you like the Coen movies, you know what I mean.
Oh, I love those guys. Are great.
It's fucking funny.
Good. There it is, guys. A vouch.
I'm not gonna. I like the movie. I'm not gonna recommend because I can see so many ways where people are gonna get bored with that movie. I can see it. I'm not gonna recommend you watch it. I like the movie. I like The Most Violent Year. I'm not going to recommend you see it. If you want to see like a fucking movie, like if you're into those kind of movies, the kind of crime drama movies, hey, if you want to take a chance, go ahead.
You know what I watched that was kind of like that? Did you watch this was stuck to my leg because it came off my ice chest. There it is.
And you can scan it.
Enjoy it. Love it. Live it. Motherless Brooklyn. Edward Norton.
That one. Yes. Okay.
It's good. And
I love those movies, and I just never get around to fucking seeing them. I wanted to see that when it came out.
I think you're like me, right? We watch a lot of stuff with like our significant others, with it, right? And you gotta give a little bit to get a little bit. They're like, okay.
And that's another movie that I'm never gonna watch with her. But I'm a big Edward Norton fan. I love the dude.
I kind of hate his character in the movie, but it's well acted because he's fantastic.
Yeah,
and it's a noir movie. It's a detective. It's a crime. I really ended up being like, wow, this was actually really good. Like me and Jess both like agreed with it.
Really? Okay.
I liked it better.
Liked it. Huh? And Jess liked it too.
Yeah, Jess liked it too. Okay. Yeah, but like it was kind of funny because I would put that in the category with like A Most Violent Year and also with like Nightmare Alley, where it's like we're like.
That's another movie that kind of took it. I had to think about that one. Like seriously, I thought about that one all day at work.
I told you we talked about it. You helped me through that. I was like, well, that makes it way different. Yeah. I was like, I completely, and I'm like, again, I think sometimes these directors make these movies. They want you to watch it again and again and again till you like get more. Yeah. Like I've seen Fight Club like fucking like 1,000 times, and every time I'm like, oh shit, I didn't notice that. Yeah. I didn't notice that. And I'm like, damn, that's great. That's
my wife pointed out for me for Fight Club. She was like, they always talk about product placement, blah blah blah, but they're putting product placement everywhere.
I was like, Starbucks cup, everything. Yeah,
fuck. I was like, all right. I was like, fuck, okay.
He's like, hey, is that what a man's supposed to look like?
Yeah.
He's like,
and then the next scene, it's him without his shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm back. Sorry, I wasn't on a work call.
Whatever,
Joe, we appreciate you being here during work, man. It's a shit show.
Rich too. Rich was on the
yeah, man.
Too.
Unfortunate that you got to be at work right now, brother. And like I said, Rich too. And then I know you got to work tomorrow too, so that sucks also, man. But we appreciate you popping in now.
New True Detective. I can't wait.
It's gonna be great.
So I love season 1. I love season 3.
Highly recommend season 1. Highly recommend season 3.
And me and my brother were talking about season 3 because he was like, can you remind me? I was like, yeah, man, Steven Dorff. I mean, man, he was badass. And that ending is just, it breaks my heart for season 3.
Yeah.
When he finally cracks it.
Yeah. And Mahershala Ali.
And then his fucking mind breaks on him at the last minute. And you're like, no.
Me and my sister and Jess, like that whole time we were watching that together, which was so fun to watch it with them, with Amy and Jess. We were like Purple Haze. We were talking about that. Yeah. And I was like, damn, we were all like, and we loved just like theorizing, like, what do you think? What do you think? Yeah. Like, it's so fucking fun. And I told them, I said, if you guys want to watch season 1, I said, we'll watch season 1 together. I said, I will be happy to see that. I will not ruin it. I just want to watch it again because that season 1 is the premiere. That one is the tops for True Detective. Again, Woody Harrelson, fucking Matthew McConaughey, they fucking crush it, man.
Yeah, they do.
They crush it.
Michelle I don't know how to say it, but she's great too.
Monaghan. Michelle Monaghan, yeah. She
fucking
is great
kills it
too. Yeah. Alexandra Daddario.
Man, I fell in love with her in that one.
Yeah.
On that season. I didn't know who she was until that one. I was like, whoa.
I think I might have already been in love, but
that was the first time I had seen her. I was like,
my ass really thought you were doing freestyle music.
You're not the only one,
excited. Joe. Yeah, you missed the beginning of the show. Foxy Roxy and the good Reverend also thought the same thing. The Reverend Vanessa. No, unfortunately not. That is not Double A and I's wheelhouse. So if you're here for freestyle music, we apologize.
There is a concert coming August, Joe.
And Stevie B apparently does not die or lives for. I don't know. It's just like I feel like freestyle music has been the same music for like
right
70s, 80s, 90s.
I don't know how people
2000s.
can tell. I was like, fuck.
I'm like. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I call it hood rat music, and I'm like, hood rat music hasn't changed for like the past 30 years. Like, are they not making any new music for them, or it's like only the same skating ring jams or what's out there? So, what are you gonna do, right? What else? Double A? Anything else that specifically stood out that maybe we didn't talk about?
You want to talk a little bit about the boys? Just a little bit, give a little teaser to when we do our part 2.
Just the tip, though, like that first scene.
Oh my goodness!
I told.
So my brother finally saw it. So when I talked to him Thursday,
I gotta hear this. I just want to hear their thoughts.
I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He was like, "Man, it was fucking gross." But he goes, "Fucking assholes." I was like, "Man, this is
this
gross."
Will?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like,
ugh. And then when he showed me in there, so
I stopped watching to text Double A. It was like, you know what? I'm not done yet. I just got to that first scene.
Yeah. So
before the fucking the banner of the title comes out, I was like, pause, text out.
So after I saw the first 3 episodes, and CM was sending me, he was watching it. Like I waited for him for a few hours. I text him. I go, seriously, I think this is the greatest fucking comic book show right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, because if you ever read The Boys, it's way different than the comic, but man, it has the same fucking tone, the same everything. I can't think of a better adaptation.
I just heard our old episode where I think we just briefly talked about. I got these guys hooked, man. I got Jeremy
because
hooked.
It's like you said, he said it perfect. You kind of fall asleep on it. You don't think it because they really don't do a lot of promotion.
Also because it's on Prime.
And it's on Prime.
And Amazon doesn't give a fuck about their shows,
They really see it does it. And then when you see it again, you're just like, man, this show's really fucking good.
I will never forget me, Jeremy, and his mom, my girlfriend Jess. We binged the entire first season in one night. Yeah. We stayed up from I think 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Oh shit!
And we were awake.
Oh,
we were all awake watching episodes, laughing and being like, "Oh my god,
damn.
what the fuck!" Like we just loved it. And then when season 2 came out, they were texting me, Jeremy and his brother. They were like, "Oh man, did you watch?" I was like, "Oh, did y'all know I'm watching?" Jess kind of fell off a little bit, but I think she could back. I just told her about the first scene. When you can describe someone a scene. And you're just saying it in your words. They're not seeing it. And they're laughing out loud. I was telling my coworker about it, and he just kept laughing. He's like, I already want to see it. Because he got on Peacemaker. He's like, Chuck, give me what other shows like Peacemaker? I was like,
I know what you mean.
You want to know what's like Peacemaker?
I know what you mean because when I was trying to convince my brother to watch Winning Time, I kept fucking laughing every time I kept thinking about Jason Clarke playing Jerry West. And and he kind of heard me just kept laughing, and that kind of I think that's what kind of got him.
Boy?
Yeah, I think that's what finally got him to watch it.
Totally, man.
So, yeah,
totally. I love that comment by Jeremy, man. That scene, so that first scene I'm watching. I told Jess about it too, and she was fucking laughing. And I told my sister about it. They're like, "Well, just show us that scene." I'm like, "Okay," but I'll tell you, you're gonna want more. You're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" We're not gonna ruin it. We're not gonna talk about it here. We're gonna wait till it's done.
But it's been great. The first 4 episodes that come out, it's been fucking great. It's super awesome. The cast is just—they're all on board. Anthony Starr again.
Yeah,
is just killing it.
Episodes back.
Show.
Episodes back. I'm hearing our old episodes, and you're saying that you're just singing Anthony Starr's praises, and the man doesn't he on his Twitter and everything. The man loves being the Homelander.
And he fucking plays it well. Like, it's very unnerving.
Like
Every
you
scene
said
you've seen.
in our
it's
old
like,
ep, you said in the book he's kind of just like
he's an idiot in the book.
He's like you said he's like in this show he is a honed in psychopath.
Yeah.
He is, and he's doing it so well.
He is.
You know what? I'm slightly hesitant, but it appeared in my mind. We briefly talked about the Mount Rushmore of villains.
Oh.
Darth Vader, Hannibal Lecter,
Joker is usually always there.
Joker. Oh, that is a great third.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I didn't think about it earlier. I only had two in my mind, but now that you said that, absolutely. Homelander might have a space there.
He's very unnerving.
He is extremely unnerving.
Bad. You get scared.
Yeah, you get scared. There's a scene in like episode 2, right, or 1, when him and Starlight are having a conversation. He's like, you know what? Go ahead. Yeah. And he tells you what he's gonna do, and you're like, that shit. She's like,
fuck. I have no leverage anymore.
I have nothing no more. Imagine if Superman just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go fucking haywire. I'm gonna fly up as high as I can and then dive down into the center of the country like a fucking atom bomb.
His facials are great.
His eyes.
His eyes, like, I was thinking CM today. I was like, I think why a lot of people love the 40s and 50s actors is because they use so much body language.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because they couldn't really, say a lot of stuff that was going out. That wasn't really until like the 70s where it was like the cussing started coming in and shit like that. But so you had to do a lot of body language.
Absolutely.
This guy, that's what he's doing.
Oh,
with his
man.
face, with his mannerisms, with his eyes. You just feel like...
How about that conversation him and A-Train? I was like... Yeah. I felt like my back was like tense. I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, that man is... Give this man all the Emmys. All the fucking... Dude, Obama watched this show. Obama put it on his list of like shows I watched. People were shocked. They were like, Obama watches The Boys? Like, what the fuck? Like...
And I'm telling you, it's probably the best adaptation of a comic book. I mean, the tone is there. The personas are there. Everything is there.
There's like a little bit of Huey that I miss from the comic book.
Yeah.
But I get so much more Homelander that it's like,
and even Carl Urban. When you get to the Carl Urban parts as Butcher.
Oh yeah, you know what?
He's fucking unnerving too.
Yes, he is.
He makes you scared.
And in many ways, I'm like, are you the real villain?
Right?
Dude, how about...
And that's the way he's supposed to be.
Right.
That's the way he is in the comics. Even MM kind of sometimes looks at Butcher like...
Oh, there's that great scene in episode 3 when MM, he's like... not even no words. He's like... I love him. He's so good.
He's great.
He is so good.
Like, I was wondering how they're going to do MM. He's perfect.
Wonderful.
That guy's perfect as MM.
I'm eating a performance. Frenchie, love that
I love that dude. He blows me away. That dude is super good. I like his performance a lot. Dude, I like his facials a lot.
I think it's Karen Fukuhama. I think that's her name, Karen Fukuhama, who plays the female.
Kimiko.
She's
great.
And I adore her even more in this.
Yes.
Like, I'm like...
She's not the ferocious beast that they made her in the comics.
Right.
And I think I like it more.
A little bit more, right?
Like I think I like a lot of the characters more. I like Frenchie more. I like MM more here.
They're doing things in this show that's different from the book, but it's like little like soft touches, right? The way to make it like a little bit better. It's not like they're doing these big mass restrictions. They're these little soft touches that make it better. Jeremy says Homelander is my second favorite character. Butcher has been my number one. He's
Jeremy,
so
for me, Homelander just eat up the scenery. Just
I absolutely adore him, man. I'm like, man, this guy.
Carl Urban is my number 2, but he's damn near. Yeah. He's damn near number 1 though.
Yeah.
Because the way Carl Urban talks, like.
Oh yeah, it's just all over, man. And
he's great too.
I mean, even if we go back and we did an episode about season 2, I mean, like that whole stuff with him and his brother.
I think that Herogasm is 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's great, whatever. Yeah. And Jeremy, I want to know this: have you and your brother checked out The Boys, Diabolical, the animated version? The Rick and Morty artist is doing an episode of that. The creator of The Boys, one of the co-creators of The Boys, Garth Ennis, the writer of The Boys, does an episode, and they make the characters look like like the comic book version in the episode. So the animated stories have been really, really great too. Right in the vein of The Boys. So much fun. I want Double A to watch it. Hell,
I mean,
I would do an episode just about Diabolical.
Homelander has grown so much now where he's like the ultimate evil Superman now. You know, he's like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
There used to be like a whole list of like evil Superman. Homelander is like surpassed all of them to be like the
Did you
number
get a
one.
chance to check out the video I posted? The death battle.
Yes, and
Homelander
Omni-Man.
versus Omni-Man. Because remember
Omni-Man,
that was
yeah.
a talk, whatever. Now,
Yeah.
those guys kind of use like everything that's out there, and they kind of like, okay, we're absorbing all the stuff that's
Yeah.
out there to give you a win or lose or whatever. But we had that conversation between our Invincible episode and our Boys
a lot of
episode.
people
whatever.
picked Omni-Man. I was kind
Yeah,
of surprised.
yeah. It was a. I mean, I think they said a lot of stuff because like the being an actual alien and the being like having been around longer. They were like they were kind of saying in The Boys, it's like he doesn't really have any competition. He stands among himself or whatever. So. But it doesn't mean it's a takeaway from a damn great character and an extremely well acted character. Has The Boys gotten any Emmys? Because it needs some.
You know,
It needs
I know
awards
it's
for what it
been
is.
nominated. I don't know if it's won.
How about your guy, Giancarlo Esposito, continues to slay.
Great, yeah.
I feel like I'm seeing that guy all the time now because I'm watching Better Call Saul. I'm catching up. I'm seeing, when I think about The Mandalorian, and then I've got him here, and I'm like,
man, that dude is
I
just
don't get
kind of
enough of this
killing
man.
it. It's kind of weird. It seems like he's acting the same, but it's not.
Oh no, yeah, it's
You know what I mean?
very nuanced, but it's very
But it's
good.
different in each, from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul to Mandalorian to Boys.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of like, wow, he found that niche.
oh you definitely, yeah.
And man, I mean, that guy just kills it. You know?
I don't want to misquote Double A, but I think it might have been either Anthony Caruso from New York, tis the podcast, or it might have been Jerry Davila from Totally Rad Christmas, Fort Worth, Texas. One of them, and forgive me guys because I can't remember at the moment which one of you said it, but they were like dream casting for Doctor Doom, Giancarlo Esposito.
And he would be good, but the only problem is that he's too old. I would love that too.
Even with Krasinski?
Yeah, because he's like in his 50s, 60s.
So it doesn't make sense that they would be
because
in the same...
Reed and Doom are supposed to be the same age.
Right, like they came
Almost.
up in the same schools.
Yeah. That's the only thing. I would love him to play Doctor Doom. It's just it just wouldn't be there.
I get it. No, definitely.
I would love him. I would love him to there. Jeremy says no, I haven't seen. He's seen one scene from the cartoon.
Oh, okay.
He's planning on watching it. It looks great.
Yeah, Jeremy, I really would like to hear you and Julian's thoughts on the episode that's done by the Rick and Morty creators. The characters are drawn in that style, so it's really fun. Right away I was like, hey, this looks like a Rick and Morty episode.
Man,
I
it's
was
like
like, oh
you
shit, it's
said.
that
You
guy.
know, I've seen the 4 episodes. I'm back on it again. I'm like, man, this show is just fucking great. And I see on Amazon they have released it on DVD.
Season 1 and 2. But I kind of want to wait, right, for like a...
I don't know. I would just like to get it. It's weird how these streaming services really don't release their seasons.
I know, we always
on
say that,
DVD.
right? How certain stuff we would really love to own it, but they don't release it. Even like Netflix is like that. Although I think like Daredevil season 1 is out, I think.
Yeah, but it takes a while for them to do that. Like I remember YouTube for a while was saying they weren't going to release Cobra Kai on DVD.
Right.
I was like, why? Why not? That's kind of stupid.
Double A, take the reins from me for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. So yeah, The Boys. It's on Amazon Prime right now. 4 episodes in. It's really good. Really, really good. The acting's really good. The writing's really well done. It's very, it's unnerving. It's funny. It has the same kind of tone. It's not like the comic at all. If you want to read the comic, go ahead. But it's not like the comic at all. Homelander is like stupid in the comics. The boys are kind of more of a unit, and they have powers already. It's not like here. They all got the V compound to battle the Supes. It's kind of different in the comics. Like they're already established. They keep an eye on the Supes. They make sure no one really gets out of control. So they're all injected with the V compound. Here they're not for whatever reason. they always make sure the heroes stay in line. If they get out of bounds and one of them starts murdering people, they end up killing that suit. They get rid of that suit. Boom, you're out. You're done. So it's kind of different here in the show. But Carl Urban does a great job as Butcher. Jack Quaid, he's okay. It's not the greatest. CM's right about that. Maybe Huey, they didn't get too much of Huey. But the female Frenchie and MM, they have the same tone from the comics. Homelander is scarier in here. Starlight's pretty much like Starlight. Maeve's pretty much the same way. A-Train's stupid, just like the show. Deep is ridiculous. Every bad Aquaman joke you've ever heard, that's what they play on with the Deep. So.
And I'm back. I think I'm gonna come back and Double A is gonna be like, all right, y'all, good night.
I was saying like how most of the characters, you're right about Huey. Jack Quaid, I don't think really does that great of a job with the Huey character. He's okay.
Yeah, like he's fine. He gets it by.
The other ones have the same tone from the boys. I was saying Homelander's the one that's really different. Mm-hmm. All the other 7 are pretty much the same. The Deep is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was like, every Aquaman joke you ever heard, that's what they do with the Deep.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's just I cannot wait to chop up this season with you.
A-Train is kind of the same.
Yeah.
In the comics, Starlight's the same. Maeve's the same.
I like Starlight a lot more in the show than
she's
I do
more
in the
served
book.
than the books.
I would say Maeve too. I like her more in the book. I mean, obviously, Stormfront is way different. It's a woman. And,
it's a man. Yeah.
And it's a man in the comics or whatever.
And I was saying too, like in the boys, in the comics, they're loaded with the V compound, so they can battle the suits.
Yeah.
I don't know why they kind of took that out.
It's an interesting way. They're barely
because it made sense for them to be injected with it.
Sure.
It made sense
because they're meant to be the regulators.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what I was saying. So like one suit started going on a killing spree, that's where the boys will come in,
right,
and take that soup out.
In the book, the lines are kind of very clearly drawn. You know what I mean? Where
everyone knows about the boys. Everybody knows about them. So they stay in their shit.
Hey, Collecting Weekly in the house is Homelander, the MVP.
He is
Collecting Weekly, man. We're so glad to have you guys here. We appreciate you guys.
I saw the figure at Heroes, and I was very tempted to buy it. I'm very, very tempted to buy it. It's probably going to be at 35 to 40, I bet. I didn't even look, so...
Collecting Weekly, guys, what's the definitive boys toy, not boy toy, not Shawn Michaels, the boys toy for you guys? Obviously, those versions that came out, I think they were NECA. You guys will correct me if I'm wrong. But they obviously did Homelander and Starlight. That was the only two they did. I remember seeing them, I think, at Target, and I was like, kind of like, ugh, sculpts are kind of, could have been a little bit tighter. You know what I mean? Like I would have wished they would have been a little bit better. I mean, like, you want it because it's the only one out there, but I'm like, are there better ones? I would have much rather had this guy, Todd, do the toys, whatever. Just like I would very much love him to do pretty much almost any toy. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're wonderful, from my perspective. The Boys has been great, guys. If you're not watching The Boys, if you're
4
not
episodes in, so every Friday.
Something briefly that I touched on was in our group, the Friday Night Faithful, as I said that we got word that there's going to be a new Harley Quinn season. Season 3. Yeah. Season 1 and 2 are absolutely stellar, guys. If you haven't watched Harley Quinn on HBO Max, you're missing out. I saw so many people posting AA like, "Oh, Stranger Things is over. What do I do now?" The first thing I said to them was like, "Start watching The Boys." And then after that, I said, "Oh, Harley Quinn's coming out. If you're not watching Harley Quinn, start watching Harley Quinn."
That's the one with Penny, right, from the Big Bang Theory?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think she voices Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't think of her name.
Kaylee Cuoco.
Kaylee Cuoco. Yeah, she's great. The whole cast is great. It's fucking hilarious. It's so much fun. It's a break. People that say like, "Oh man, superhero shit is saturated, like it's overdone."
And that's crazy.
It's that's all we ever wanted. Yeah.
That's all we ever wanted. These are the best stories to get the story from.
But if you do, if you're like, "Oh, I need a break from that," it's like The Boys is a break. Harley Quinn is a break. There's so much stuff out there that's like, it's in the vein of, but it's such a break. Like I remember, Deadpool. When I first when I saw it with my girlfriend, she was like, "This is like my favorite one yet, like my favorite Marvel." And I was like, "Yeah," because it was really, really different, and it was like tongue in cheek, and it was funny. And I said, "That's cool. I know a lot of people are gonna love it." And obviously, it was a hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and I like Deadpool 1 and 2 also. I actually don't own. I don't think I own them.
I actually do.
But I would have nothing against owning them. I would. Now, would you read Deadpool comics?
I actually do have Deadpool comics, so
I don't think I have any, and I don't think that I would read any. Not because I don't want him, and I'm not against it.
I'm not big on what they've done with him in the 2000s, but I do have like that series from the 90s that they wrote, that 4-parter.
Okay. If someone gave me like a definitive trade and was like, "Hey, check this out,"
if it's serious, if it's
fan, I'd be like, "Okay."
If it's kind of like not like the comedic Deadpool, if it's like him just being a badass, a Weapon X badass, then yeah, I'm gonna read it. I mean, because that's what he is. He's just this fucking badass, mercenary.
I mean, I'm even okay with the comedic stuff because I've heard before that there are good issues of like him and Spider-Man kind of bantering back and forth.
Which is weird. Yeah, I'm surprised that they would even do that because Spider-Man's so against killing and this guy's a killing machine.
Right.
So
but again, I guess like wit-wise, Spider-Man is kind of like the guy with like the witty wisecracks.
He said on his podcast that Spider-Man was his main motto for Deadpool.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. Very interesting, man. I did not know that. That's
what he said on his podcast.
But yeah, I mean, I'm for it. I mean, they're gonna do more of that. Let's do it. All you can do is check it out, right? And then you'll know like, either you love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
So. But shit. Anything else, Double A? That stood out to you that you were like, I mean, we covered a lot of shit because a lot of shit's happening, and again, we've got some episodes to cover. We are definitely going to do Obi-Wan. We are definitely going to do The Boys. We'll probably do Obi-Wan before The Boys.
Yeah, it's going to be way before The Boys. I think The Boys is going to be another 10 episodes.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
They're
just
wonderful.
on 4.
That's great news.
They're just on 4, and Obi-Wan's going to be done in 2 weeks. So.
That's great news. Yeah.
So we'll definitely be doing Obi-Wan probably at the end of this month.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, no doubt. That might be like our next big one. And then, The Boys, when it finishes and concludes, we obviously will definitely cover that. But Jurassic Park, are you going to go see it?
Yeah, we're going to watch it tomorrow.
Oh, okay, tomorrow already. You got
tomorrow
plans.
Night.
Okay, great. Yeah, I want to see if I can work it in for my nephew for his birthday weekend. If he wants to see
his
it.
mom was telling me that Amy was telling me he's not really into it. I was like, really? He's not into like the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
I was like, man, just to see it because it looks cool. Like this movie actually looks very dinosaurs.
Sometimes he tells me, he's like, "Oh, I'll go to the movie for the snacks." I think he likes going to the movies like as a going to the movies.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way my kids are too.
Yeah. I think he likes it. I think that in the theater there might be some jump scares that might be for him. I'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? But he'll be okay. I'm happy to go. I know he'll probably want to go see it. But yeah, man. I want to see it. I don't know if there's anything else. Like I said, I'm waiting for the next episode of The Boys. Obviously, first the next episode of Obi-Wan, but I got really nothing else, man. I mean, it's been so much shit. I feel like we've had a lot on to talk about, but it was hard to narrow it down. I'm surprised that Corey didn't show up because he messaged me off about.
This would have been a perfect episode.
Yeah, he messaged me one off about Obi-Wan, of course, and about Miss Marvel, and I try to stay caught up before any spoilers come out. And there are some things that I was shocked that I did not see a lot of spoilers about, like episode 3 of Obi-Wan. I thought I was going to see that everywhere. And I was actually surprised. I was like, way to go, Star Wars community. Good job.
Yeah.
You didn't fuck it up for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was wonderful. But otherwise, yeah. I mean, like, we did talk a little bit about, you and I, about, like, the third sister or whatever. Like, we know that, unfortunately, like,
and they already told her.
They
told her way before that she was going to get a lot of hate mail.
They let her know.
Did, and she was like, okay.
I love that Ewan McGregor had her back. Now, despite, all that, nothing to do with the racist stuff or whatever, obviously, I mean, like, 100% agree with Disney. Ewan McGregor, they're getting behind her. We love her in
The Queen's Gambit
because she's great. She's so fun and fantastic in that show. Like, she's a breath of fresh air. I do feel a little bit acting-wise that it's a little phoned in, her performance in this. You said it yourself, trying too hard.
It's kind of too hard.
And it's...
honestly, I would have just really liked if it was just a Grand Inquisitor himself.
Yeah.
Just him.
And I blame the director when it comes to stuff like that. That when you get performances, I'm like, come on, director, like you got to be like, hey, like give me this, like give me the performer, like you're feeling like this, like come on, like it's like if they're letting her kind of be like, blah 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 blah. And it's like, okay, well, there's nothing in it. It's like, well, then no, you got to go get it out of them. That's your job. You're the director. Your job is to create the vision of what you want the show or movie to be. Now, if you're not pulling that performance out of your actors, when you always talk about Tarantino, I'm like, when you get these stellar performances, I'm like, he draws that out of them. That's why when you see these actors in other stuff, you've never seen a Christoph Waltz performance better than a Tarantino performance.
No, you haven't.
And in fact, the two performances he has, which is, Dr. King Schultz and Hans Landa, you're like, fuck. In one, you absolutely hate him, and the other one, you absolutely love him. But in the one that you hate him, you love hating him. And you're like, which performance is better? You fucking can't decide because he's phenomenal. But this is a director that recognizes the talent he has as an actor and getting that performance out of them. Exactly what he wants to tell his story. It's almost like it's threading the needle. It's so perfect that it's without seams. Whoever is directing The Boys and Anthony Starr is getting that. They're doing that exact same thing. Hans Landa might be a good candidate for the villains, the villains Mount Rushmore as well. Just thinking about that, and
no kidding.
I guess you could say Ralph Fiennes from Schindler's List too. Really,
or Voldemort.
And Voldemort. That's another one. So let's. Ooh, that might be a great episode. The Mount Rushmore of villains. What do you put on?
I mean, you can write yours, I can write mine.
We hit pretty hard on the big three. I think that's pretty fair, with Vader, Hannibal, and Joker.
I might take out Vader.
I don't think you don't love the guy at all or whatever.
Yeah, I changed Joe's mind.
The easily bemused Joe. Very wonderful there. But, Hans Landa, great.
Great.
I would have we just throw that out in the Faithful and then see what they say. The Friday Night Faithful, so they say, what do you think about this guy? What do you think about that guy? I might even put that tonight. Tonight, our episodes are free form, so when I do the Spotify survey, or not Spotify survey, the Spotify question section, which again you can go to Spotify and check out the questions I post. That we post as a podcast, and you can choose to answer however you want. We might put that. Who is on your list of top villains? Who would be on your Mount Rushmore? Would it be the Grand Inquisitor? Not from what we've seen, but we haven't seen all of the Clone Wars yet, so maybe he's much better there. Cad Bane? Boba Fett? No, it's not happening. But guys, we're living in a time. It's a great time to be a fan of pop culture. It's a great time to be
so great.
If you want to say a nerd or a geek, it's a great time for that. It is.
This is what we always wanted. And now Hollywood finally saw, and they're like, "Hey, these stories are fun."
Yeah.
I mean, my wife loves them.
Yeah.
She's not even a comic book fan. She loves them. Her favorite character is Wanda. She loves it.
Wanda.
Yeah. Anything for Wanda.
Wrong
Wanda.
Wrong Wanda.
Not Spawn's Wanda.
We need that story.
Not Terry's Wanda.
We need Malbolgia to tempt Vision, and he'll be like, anything for Wanda. So yeah, I mean, guys, like I said, we literally were like, man, we have so much stuff to chop up that it's like, we could do an in-between episode for you about something that we like or a comic book or whatever. There's always that. But we were like, man, we think that everyone is really like ripe to talk about all these things. So many trailers dropped. The Disney thing just happened, right? So it's like all of that and everything else after. And then it's like we're in between great shows going to be ending. There's going to be plenty of time for us to, chop up comic books, chop up the things that we love while we're waiting for the next thing to start. You know what I mean? So... hey, maybe we'll end up doing a Ms. Marvel episode.
Probably not.
It's now looking good. Now watch this. If you guys are out there, we'd love for you to pick up that opportunity to hop on. I tried the episode one. I fell asleep, but it was kind of late. I mean, I'll give it a chance again, I mean, like, the thing about Marvel stuff is that it's well done. Like, they do stuff well, so it might just be well done.
Sure.
We'll see. What is y'all's opinions on Ms. Marvel, the Friday Night Faithful? Let us know. We'd love to hear what you have to think. If you got nothing else, though, Double A.
Yeah, just let me go through these.
By all means, please do.
So, me and Sam talked about this. Comic books has not It's not a fucking place to do anymore. It's not a hobby to do. It's become such a big business that it's just really hard to buy single issues. You know that, right, Sam?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
One issue that you wouldn't think would be a lot will cost you $10. You put that with another 10, before you know it, 3 books is like $40. You're like, fuck me, $40 for 3 issues. You know, that's,
Yep.
you know, it's kind of bullshit. The only ones you can get reasonable now are just the new comics. So I told CM, you know what, I'm done buying single comics like of the old back issues. I want to read these stories. That's just me. I want to read the stories. So I started getting into the trades. Okay, so first off, I saw this. I couldn't believe they had the whole collection in one. It's Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane. His whole run that he did. It's great. It's a great 15 issues. It's really dark, Sam. Like really, really dark. Like they were saying. Well, dark for Spider-Man. The art's great.
Obviously, Todd's gonna crush it, right?
He fights Lizard. I've never seen Lizard look more terrifying than in here. He teams up with Wolverine in a 5 issue that's they're hunting a child molester.
No shit.
Yeah, and they're trying to blame it on the Wendigo. And Wolverine's like, it's not Wendigo. And there's even a scene where he's getting tired of Spider-Man's mouth, and he just grabs Spider-Man. And he puts his fist under there. He's like, I'll give you 3 reasons, why I need to do this. And he gives one claw, and then the third claw goes right to his nose. I was like, holy shit, and Spider-Man's like way stronger. But
yeah,
the way Todd draws him is like he's afraid.
Wow.
Like what Wolverine's doing,
Damn, man, that sounds amazing.
It is. Yeah, I read it quick. There's not, the dialogue's quick. You can get through those pretty easy. But it fits Spider-Man though. It really does. But it's really dark. It's. I was like, wow, but it's good though. I was surprised how good it was. So that was really good. That was a good pickup. It was like $20, so not too bad.
That's a great one.
This one I had heard about on Liefeld's podcast. It's the Avengers from the 70s. It's called the Korvac Saga. And this was kind of like
nice.
He's a cosmic threat, big time, and it's a heavyweight story. It's like considered a classic story. Obviously, it has its own trade.
Dude, good hardcover too. Right? Very beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, Korvac, cool story. It's Jim Shooter.
Can't go wrong with him.
George Perez.
Can't go wrong with him for sure.
It was a cool story. Really cool story.
You can check out that Korvac Saga. I'll check that out. Oh, I love that. Love that hardcover, man.
It was funny because I was talking to CM about this one. I was like, man, there's so many issues of the Midnight Suns. I was like, I don't know really where to go. I was like, man, there's so many. And then not too long after that, like 3 weeks later, they released Rise of the Midnight Suns, Spirits of Vengeance. And it's all about, the team up with Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, Blade, Cannibal King, Doctor Strange. They're fighting Lilith. And she's trying to raise her demons.
Love her.
Everything. It was a cool story. Ghost Rider and Johnny Blaze really just take out everyone kind of real easy, So I was kind of like,
So a lot of it's just like the lead up.
Yeah, and then even then he kind of gets rid of Lilith pretty quick. It was cool. It was all right. The Adam Kubert stuff was really good. The art from Adam Kubert or Andy. I don't know. Maybe I hyped myself up too much for Spirits. It just seemed like they got rid of them quick.
Yeah,
like she wasn't a threat whatsoever after they more or less kind of finish her off.
Now, in this story, you get Morbius and you get
yes, it says all right there. It says right there. It's their issue ones, the Morbius one, the Darkhold, the Night Stalkers, Blaze and Ghost Rider. There's even like a Spider-Man one too, I believe, that fit in there. It's cool. Like I said, it's cool, but I think they just kind of got rid of them pretty easy though. I don't know. I think it was too long. Maybe it was just too damn long that, I don't know, maybe they lost the story somewhere. I don't know. A 5 out of 10, maybe. I would give that one.
Okay. You think it'll make a good movie?
It could. It really could. Um, I, I don't know. They really would have to treat it like a horror movie, like it is in the book. So.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man.
Then I got this one. It's Punisher, Bullseye. Which I was like, I'm kind of surprised this hasn't happened earlier. Bullseye is actually probably a really great opponent for Frank.
Absolutely agree.
Jason Aaron. So CM told me that Jason Aaron, people kind of debate who's a better Punisher writer, him or Steve or Garth Ennis. After reading this, I kind of told CM, I was like, well, he really doesn't stray off too much from Garth Ennis. It's kind of like you're still kind of reading Garth Ennis, It's good. It was fast paced. It was quick. They kind of make Bullseye a little different than the way you see him, but it was good. It was a good cat and mouse game, and he should probably be more of a Punisher villain. They should probably use him more as Punisher and Daredevil, actually equally. So that was cool.
Double A, real quick. Jeremy's question he had here.
Speaking of comics, Sam, have you seen any more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ronin anywhere? Yeah, Jeremy, they have those at Heroes and Alien Worlds. You can pick those up pretty easy. I've seen them.
I think I've bought him most of them, but I don't know that Jeremy was aware that it finished already.
Yeah.
I think it was a 6-parter double A.
5.
A 5-parter double. Jeremy, it's over now. I think you're probably missing just that last one if you have the first
you can
4.
get it. I think I've seen it at Alien Worlds.
Yeah, you can find it at most comic stores. If I happen across a copy, I will definitely pick you up one, sir.
This one was kind of like I bought this one. It was Black Widow. I bought it because all of a sudden when George Perez died, they started mentioning this Marvel fanfare that him and Ralph Macchio did. It's supposed to be like one of her definitive stories, and they said they did it just for the love of the character. It was nothing. It was never supposed to be like a main series or anything. It was just for the love of the character. It's a really cool 4-parter. It's very much in a James Bond kind of style of spy. Just a cool spy stories. That's all these really are. Just cool spy stories that highlight Natasha's, just her being badass.
I like that because I don't think that I've ever had like a solid sit down and read of.
And it's cool, dude.
Black
It's
Widow
just
stories.
like 6 issues. It's just like 6 stories in there, and
Web of intrigue.
Yeah, and it's cool. I like it a lot.
George Perez art.
Yeah, and like it really became more focused when he died. That's why I picked that one up. That was just there. I was kind of like random that I found this hardcover. It was just really random.
The black and white back half, or
that's a really cool story too. That one. It's not George Perez. It's someone else. The first 4 issues are George Perez.
It gives off Sin City vibes.
Yes, yeah. And then this one is just like classic X-Men storyline that they're just really hard to buy. It's the Proteus storyline from X-Men. Proteus was one of those first Omega level mutants, ever. He comes out in the cartoon.
Like with like Nimrod and like those ones.
Cool story. The way he fucks up Wolverine. Man, he, his psyche, everything. He because Proteus, I don't know if you remember Sam, but he can kind of warp reality. So he really fucks up Wolverine bad, or like his body parts is kind of like everywhere.
Yeah.
And he said like his senses kind of go on overdrive because it can't pick up anything anymore.
Oh, fuck.
And this is like the only time that Wolverine's kind of like scared to like fight.
Do they address this in the cartoon at all?
Yes, they do. Yes.
They do, right?
Yes. And Wolverine, there's a part where they show Wolverine crying.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And this is just like a classic storyline. I couldn't believe that they actually had this like as a trade. So I was like, cool, I'm going to pick it up. So.
Man, it's on. Check that one out.
Yeah, and then last one real quick, Poison Ivy.
No rush. No,
it's this series that they're doing on Poison Ivy, which, repeatedly I've said, she is a great Batman villain. I think they should really look into her more. She's vicious in this issue. She's goes on a serious killing spree in this new issue, and she doesn't care. There's no emotion whatsoever coming from her, and I like it. I like the way it leads, and I can't wait to read more on that one. So I'm really happy they're kind of focusing on Poison Ivy again. So
I would definitely be picking up a copy of that for myself, Double A, after your suggestion. So as I would any of these books here, great suggestions, guys.
And like I said, I
definitely
think
takes
trades.
time.
I think trades is kind of the best way to go now. If you want to read a certain storyline, I think it's the best way. You're gonna pay 40, and you're gonna think it's like a lot, but with the way comics are costing nowadays, that's probably cheaper now. Because these Proteus books alone would probably be cost over 100 just for the 4 issues
Oh, no doubt.
that they are.
No doubt.
So
That's the thing is that, like you said, trades are now become the better value
It
because
is.
the single issues are
Yeah.
just so up there, you know. So
it's just not a hobby anymore. It's become a business. It's become a collector's
Yeah.
kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it's
you
just,
know, especially plus if you just want to get it so you can read the story.
and that's
you
all I
just
want to
get it.
do. That's all I want to do now. I just want to read these stories.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
And
Great stuff, boy.
luckily, I've been finding these in hardcover. These really cool series. It's called the Marvel Premiere Edition. That's what these are called.
Those are fantastic,
right?
man.
They're just
I
nice,
love a
right?
great hardcover. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
you can't steer me away from it enough. So you're getting good prices too.
yes, they are. Like this one was only 20.
That's
You
nice.
know, this one was 20.
20 for a hardcover is a steal.
This one was like 40. That was like 40.
Yeah.
But they're thicker. They have more issues. These have more issues than these do. But
And that's Heroes and Fantasies you've been
Alien
finding?
Worlds.
Alien Worlds on San Pedro. Oh, wonderful.
Which
There.
I don't know if you saw, but they're taking over the CD Exchange location.
I did not
They're
know
moving
that.
into that CD CD
Really?
Exchange. Yeah.
What's happening to the city? Are they
They're
going
moving
away?
to the Alien Worlds location.
Swapping spaces.
Yeah, because I think
Interesting.
those stores are kind of going down slowly.
I mean, I love
slowly.
those stores. So
I do
that's
too.
kind of sad to hear, but
I do too.
yeah.
So it kind of sucks that they're not making it anymore. I guess people just aren't buying DVDs anymore.
Yeah, it really
you
is
know,
true. It's true. No,
it's
it
streaming
really is.
now. So
They've even got a little section of collectibles on their own, posters and
yeah,
good stuff at
but
City Exchange,
I guess
so.
it's just not enough. So
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I did see. Hey, have you? Me and you haven't talked about this, but have you watched the latest Bond movie?
no, I'm kind of
It's on Prime now.
away. It is.
It's
I
on
saw it
Prime,
today.
so
I saw it today.
Now that I guess I can watch it for free, I'll watch it, which is so rare for us to not watch.
I just
one,
don't
man.
like what Daniel Craig. I don't know if it's his decision or not. I never. The direction he kept going over and over, and he finally got his wish. I was kind of like, it's not your decision, motherfucker. You know, to make. You know, this character's been around since 1962 or longer. You know, it's like, golly,
Right.
why do they all want to do that for? You
Well,
know?
he's
So-
done though, right? I mean,
He's
this
done.
is
I'm
awesome,
like
man.
good. You know, the movies. You know, overall, just very underwhelming for me. You know, it's not my favorite Bond chapter.
Interesting.
You know, I'm serious. It's not my favorite Bond chapter.
I feel like it started strong with Casino.
It did, and after that, I just didn't care for it.
Yeah.
A lot of them. You know.
Hey, and we even talked about Christoph Waltz, right? He gets
Yeah.
to make a great
and
appearance.
even then, they wasted that one so bad.
Man, maybe Christoph Waltz would be a great Doctor Doom. Too old.
No, there could be. That's the thing, though. It's just that they're too old. I mean, him or Giancarlo would have been great. It would have been awesome, but they're just too up there already.
So will you watch it now that it's on Prime? Now
I
that
don't
it's-
know. I still trying it. I don't know. Like I said, it's like the Connery ones for me are the best. Pierce Bronson. I like the Timothy Dalton era more than Roger Moore, then Lazenby, and then probably be the Daniel Craig. I just, you know, every time he fucking always wanted to quit or resign. I'm like, leave, motherfucker, stop quitting. You know,
I'll definitely check it out.
like, golly.
Now, again, I feel bad because I've like now waited till it's pretty much essentially like that's not free 'cause I'm paying for the service, but it's like, you know, I didn't have to go anywhere do anything to watch it, so I'll definitely watch it myself. But yeah, I definitely feel you, AA. There have been better Bonds. So.
Yeah.
But shit, though, I think we covered quite the gambit
we
of
did.
stuff. You know what I
It
mean?
feels good
So-
to kind of get all that out.
I know,
honestly.
me too. Yeah.
This was a good episode just to kind of talk about all that.
A lot of times we're eager to get to our topic, but a lot of times too we're having fun in the beginning part where
Yeah.
you guys are all chiming in and we're all talking all together
Yeah.
about all the things we're so super interested in, and you know sometimes there's a lot happening like there is right now, and it's like wow, there's
There
so
was just
much
a
stuff
lot.
to talk
And like
about, yeah.
almost a lot dropped this week.
We even discussed doing like The Boys, the first 3 episodes as an episode today. We even discussed doing Obi-Wan, where we are thus far, you know, as episodes. And we were like, you know what, you know, now let's just kind of talk a little bit about everything and allow it to be really open for everyone to come in and say what they have to say and join us in the conversation. So it's been great. Plus, I love AA when you go over comic book stuff.
Yeah, I
man.
mean, this has been great. I've been
great.
blown away by them. So
Good shit, man. Well, I've got nothing else. If
no,
you've
I
got
got nothing else. No, just have a good Friday. Have a good weekend, guys. Try and stay cool.
Yeah, really try to stay cool. Stay indoors.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated. If you're outside, be near
wear
water.
Sunscreen. Yeah,
wear sunscreen and be near water of some kind because there's no point being out there. You know, if
drink
it's not,
water. Make sure the kids drink water or Gatorade or something. Make sure they don't stay out there too long.
If you're gonna cut your grass or work in the yard, do it late in the day.
Do it either in the morning or do it like at 6 or 7. The light's still up by that point.
Don't do it in that mid part of the day.
Nope.
It's just not worth it. It's too hot. It's too uncomfortable. Enjoy your AC. Enjoy, watch some shows. Watch some of the shit we talked about. You know what I mean? So
watch Jurassic World.
Watch this show. Go ahead. It's on YouTube.
Too.
It's on Spotify. You can watch them all. Yeah. So, guys, something that me and Double like to say at the end of every show, no matter where it comes from, high or low, up or down, black or white, the upside down, or the right side up, is if there's something that you want to do, there's a hope, a dream, a wish that you want to make real, go and do it. Today's the day, right? Seize the day. Today we said, we don't have a podcast topic, so to speak, but we're still going to come out here and hang out with you guys, drink some beers, talk comics, talk movies, talk toys, talk games, seize the day, man. Now is the time or whatever. Talk to that girl you never talked to before. Make friends with that guy at work that you wanted to make friends with or whatever, you know what I mean? Do the trip you wanted to do, you know what I mean? Drink the beer you never had before. I mean, what's holding you up? Seize the day. And the other thing is the very great, enigmatic Captain Steve Rogers said it to us.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
Captain America.
There you go. And not that piece of shit, Soldier Boy. The one and only Captain America said it in Endgame when they were on their way back to bring us all back from being zapped by Thanos. I don't know if you guys survived. But
I did. I took that test and I did.
I think I did too.
I did.
I
was like, shit.
Me and Double A weren't snapped.
Yeah.
In that world, we're just a couple of bachelors, probably.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah.
But Captain Rogers said to his team, which was the Avengers at that moment, he said, we're going to go back and we got to do whatever it takes. So, yeah, seize the day. And it may require you to do whatever it takes. It may require for you to call an Uber. May require for you to hitch a ride with your friend. May require for you to hitchhike to wherever it is you got to go, or take a bus, or whatever it is may be for you to get there. Maybe you got to borrow $5 from a friend or whatever to get a coffee with a pretty girl. You know what I mean? So whatever the case may be, guys, you got to do whatever it takes, just like Captain Rogers did with the Avengers. So it's 2 parts: seize the day, do whatever it takes. That's what we're trying to do here. Just another Friday night, myself and Double A. Every time we come out here and chat with you guys, we're doing what we love, which is talking with you guys about all things pop culture, things that we love, things that are fun, things that we're going to be watching, I think with or without us having a set of headphones on. So we just love it, man, and we love talking about it with all of you. So keep checking out everything out there in the world of pop culture. Keep joining us on Friday nights live for the conversation, telling us what you found, what you think that would be worthy of conversation, what you love. Give us suggestions, give us ideas. We want to hear it all because it's the stuff we love too. That's it. That's all I got. Right,
guys. Have a good weekend. Stay cool.
Have a good weekend. Stay cool. I'm CM Chuck. This is
Double A.
Adamantium Adam. As always, this is just another Friday night. We've enjoyed having you here with us. We look forward to seeing you guys next week on Friday night. I want to say happy birthday to my number one guy, Mijo. He's going to be 9 in a couple of days.
That's always great when your birthday's during the summer.
Yeah,
this is always great.
Well, except for the incredible heat, I've always got to find a place to put him inside.
True.
Otherwise, and if we're outside, I'm trying to think
I know, I have a summer kit and I have a winter kit, so kind of it's like shit.
That's fun, right, man?
John, good night, John.
Holtzy Bear, we appreciate you hanging in there all night, brother. It's been great having you. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and you tomorrow again. When I get to hang out with this guy twice in the same weekend, always a treat, man. So, guys, you all, the Friday Night Faithful, that's all you Friday Nighters here that enjoy just another Friday night. We love you. We appreciate you. Look forward for some stuff coming from me and Double A for Jerry and Totally Rad Christmas. Oh, yeah. And I got a little something I've got to do for the elves over at Tis the Podcast, which I plan to take care of. So, love you guys. Be safe. Stay cool. Get some beers, and we'll see you next Friday. Good night.